Yo, 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 first episode back of 2025. Happy New Year's to everyone. We are back. We're back with my brother Theo Pinson, the host with the most, and my brother Raymond Felton. My brother Tyler is out today, but we gonna make it work. So let's get right to it. Let's get to the Baja. Theo, who do you have getting to the Baja this week?
A little parched. My fault, people. Hey, listen. I see you put a smile on your faces today. Listen.
Oh boy.
Happy New Year, 2025 to the Baja taking over. Rain Race, go subscribe and to the Baja. But man, I just want to say, let's give a big shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's my to the Baja, the whole damn team. Because they beat the brakes off the Lakers the other night. Jesus Christ. Everybody. Whoa, Don, I didn't know you had a left, kid. I did not know you had a left. They moving the ball. They on the string. You could tell they like playing with each other. They are an elite basketball team right now. They honestly have. I would.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
I didn't know you had.
I didn't know you had that. I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. No, J.A. and Evan Mobley are playing at a elite level inside. Elite level. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland has taken that step to me. I think he's taken a bigger role and taken a bigger leap that I wanted to see. I wanted to see him take that step of like, I'm one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I think he's taken a leap of I'm the second guy. And I think he needed to do that. I think him and Mobley are 2A, 2B. I would say that because they're both playing well and pretty consistent at this point. And I know you said it before, Ray, that Evan has to be that guy for them. But Darius is playing really good basketball, and they're shooting the piss out the ball. I think that's what's separating them. I mean, that's why Boston's so good. They can shoot the ball at a high rate, and that's what Cleveland's doing. They're shooting the ball really well.
Do they get 3 or 4 All-Stars this year?
They get all three of them.
They get
three.
At least.
They get 3?
They get 3. Evan will be an All-Star.
You ain't gonna add J.A. in there?
J.A. might be an All-Star.
I can see him being reserve.
I can see 3 or 4 All-Stars on this team. If they keep playing at
and they
this
should.
level.
Number 1 seed.
I mean, shit.
Yeah.
They only lost 4 or 5 games maybe.
They playing really good basketball right now.
I mean,
and like I
won 8
said,
straight.
and they're not just beating teams.
No,
They're beating the shit out of them.
They beating everybody. I'm talking about they low tier, high tier, mid
They
tier.
whoop Golden State. Whoop them.
Hey, listen.
They beat LA pretty handedly.
Yeah.
They're one of the teams that beat the Celtics. Dude, the only team that's beat them really is the Hawks.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. First of all, that's crazy in itself. Let me see something. How much
Hawks be beating some random teams.
How much is J.A. averaging
Hawks
right
is
now?
dangerous.
Yeah.
J.A. is averaging 13 and 10.
And what, a couple blocks
On a winning team.
Evan Mobley is averaging 18 and 8 All-Star. Darius Garland 20 and 6
All-Star.
All-Star. Donovan Mitchell
All-Star.
23 points, 4 assists.
First team.
I'm gonna be he's a first team this year.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're not rewarding winning. Why is he not higher on the MVP race? I understand his points, but why is he not higher?
Because he have so many other guys.
This
that's
team is really
contributing, and they playing so well. And
that's what hurt Jason Tatum last year.
And don't get me wrong. And don't get me wrong. He should be in the talks, hands down. He still should be in the talks. But the stuff that Joker is doing, the stuff that SGA is doing,
it's different levels.
Yeah.
It's different levels.
Yeah, Giannis is doing.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I mean, it's
so-
one of the things where it's like,
Still an individual award.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point. I mean, the team is just better. I'm sure he would rather his team be better than have the individual stuff.
I mean,
that's
he'll still
going
get
on.
all NBA.
He'll still get all NBA.
He'll still get all
He's
NBA.
still an all NBA player.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I'm about to cause some chaos right now.
Oh, let's start it.
Okay. Just hear me out. 2 seconds. Would you,
Let's get it out, Paul.
if you're Cleveland, are you in win now mode, right?
Yeah.
Apparently you're in win now mode. You're
Yeah.
the number 1 seed in the East.
Yeah.
It's the East, right? The East is up for grabs. You got to deal with Boston. Answer me this question first, and then I'll say what I need to say.
Okay.
This Cleveland team right now, can they beat Boston?
Yes.
In a series, they can
Yes.
beat them.
Yes.
They don't need nothing else.
No.
Okay. My only question would be, I don't think they should do it either, but I saw this earlier this week, and I was like,
Oh, I think I know what you're finna say.
do you trade Bron and AD to Cleveland for Darius Garland and Mobley?
Absolutely not.
Shit.
and some picks.
Braun and AD.
That's a trade that you gotta sit down and really think about.
You
If you're
gotta
LA,
sit
you
down and
should.
think about it. But if you take a trade like that,
You gotta know it's only
and then
it's
boom,
a window.
Hold on, and then boom, Bron get hurt. Boom, AD get hurt.
Yeah.
Either one of them get hurt kills that trade.
For sure. I mean, that's like if both teams stay the same. If either one of them get hurt, kills
True,
them.
but you got young guys though.
That's
if
true.
they get hurt, you know they're gonna come back.
Yeah, yeah.
LeBron get hurt, depending on his injury, he
Yeah.
may retire.
Yeah, for sure. That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact.
So I don't know. I don't know if I would take that chance. I don't know if I'd take that chance with them young boys.
You definitely
they
sitting
playing
down,
well.
You're thinking about that.
I mean, if you're
I'm
Genie,
thinking about it for
if
sure.
you're Genie and
LeBron
Rob,
and AD,
you do it.
you gotta think about it.
I think,
LeBron and AD, you gotta think about
bro,
it.
I'm gonna be real. I think if the Cleveland actually offered that, I think the Lakers would take it.
They should. That's what I'm
They
saying.
would run and take it. What are you talking about?
Well, because they
But
need.
I
They
don't know
need
if they
youth.
give up AD though.
They would.
I don't know.
For if you get both of them
If you
and like
get
a pick,
I don't
too,
think. I think you.
I think you got to throw somebody else in there for them. To
Yeah, yeah. Of course. I'm just the main pieces. Of course, Bronny going to. Bronny going to Cleveland too, but
yeah.
bro. I was sitting there and I literally pondered on that for a minute, and I was like, damn.
Yeah,
But it's tough because,
Yeah,
like
you
I
messed my
said,
head up with that one.
I saw something the other day that said that this team reminds them of the Warriors when they were young.
But is that team? Them boys young and over there. In
That's what I'm
Boston.
saying. They
But them
are
boys-
young, and
but
that's where
Boston kind of young too. They got some veteran dudes that's been in there, but they not
Exactly.
like
their
Bron
core is
age.
young.
Exactly.
Their core is
So they
young.
still can move and
for sure,
You know.
for sure. But like I said, everyone knows this, and me and you know this. If anything, shit, Cam, you know it. You've seen Bron in the East. Bron with a team that has a possibility on winning it.
yeah.
I don't give a damn. He's 40.
And I ain't gonna lie, you put him in a position where he's just facilitating and making the right plays.
Donovan,
With
Bron, AD, JA.
Who's your point guard?
You still got Taj.
You still got Ty
Jerome,
Jerome.
yeah.
You still got
Strus.
Karis LeVert. You still got Strus. Listen,
You got some.
you can go get you a point guard. You can get you a point guard.
Shit. Let LeBron run point.
Yeah.
Nah,
but
I mean, you
Offensively,
could, yeah,
offensive
you can let
sets.
him run point, but like, it's a very interesting one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hey, I hit
hold
Cam up yesterday. I said, I got one for everybody that's gonna fuck you up a little bit.
You did.
That's
Hey,
interesting.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I think we're thinking of it too, just Cleveland's perspective. The Lakers make that move.
That's why I say
that might help. That helps them a
Well,
lot.
that's why I'm trying to get in that move. The Lakers trying to get JA too. They
Yeah,
trying to
you
get
can,
JA
and
too.
you can slide that. You can slide. You
If
can
they
make
slide
happen.
that-
you slide like another.
I don't
shooter in
think
that.
you. I think you don't. I think you don't do it then.
Why not?
Because you lose Jay, then you just putting AD back at the 5. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The formula is AD
at the 4.
at the 4. You get AD at the 4 with Bron, JA, Don, and a PG. Oh shit! Oh God!
But plus, yeah, if you add Jay, they have to figure out how to make that money work. I don't think that money will work if you add Jay in that.
Hey, listen, they'll make it work.
They have to make it work, but then
Shit, LeBron and Wichita
send
by
back.
himself might make that work.
Hey, listen, that's a tough one.
Le GM.
That's a tough one. I like it though. It just depends on what type of. It just depends on what type of mindset each organization is on.
True.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
true.
if Cleveland's like, nah, we just want to see how this thing works for the next 3 to 4 years, be like OKC and
Yeah.
Boston and compete with those guys for the next 4 or 5 years, you keep the team you got. But if you like, let's go get a chip.
Hey, listen, they got just as good of a chance as anybody this year. The way they look, the way they playing.
Yeah.
Even with them young guys, some experience might kick in.
Yeah.
But you got a guy like Donovan who's been in some big playoff games.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
like it.
Well, next we have Raymond. Who do you have for your To the Baja Player of the Week?
We're going down to Oklahoma, baby. My man SGA.
Hey,
That man a 3-time to the bye.
Three times. I think he's been almost every
that
time.
man played around with Minnesota.
It was sick.
Look at
Yeah.
him. Like he's just doing what he wants to. Bump, hold that. And they do 6'9".
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. That's on a 7-footer right there.
Yeah, he dancing.
That's smooth.
Like, man, just
Hey.
have you seen somebody his size just bump people the way he do and get his shot off? He had what you call on skates.
Oh my God! Step back, give him a 3.
He's
Split
my
the D.
MVP right now. I don't care. I'm saying it.
He's
I agree.
MVP.
I agree.
He's
Yeah, I
MVP
agree.
right now.
He's MVP front
Easy.
runner right now.
He's averaging 36.6 points a game in the last 5.
But he's giving his team confidence.
Yeah.
Like his level of play, he don't say nothing. He don't complain. He don't care about them giving the ball. They just know they're giving the ball. And he just gives everybody confidence. Everybody on that team is playing at a high level. Everybody on that team will get paid when it's time to get paid.
100%.
Whether it's there or somewhere else.
Jalen
look
Williams.
at Caruso. Caruso came over there and got the effect.
Yeah.
He got the effect. Got 80 million. And he ain't even healthy.
Got a bag.
Bro,
And
got a bag,
Come
bro.
on,
I
man.
mean,
I would say this. They balling.
Man, listen.
Chet Holmgren not even playing.
I told you. Told y'all, don't sleep.
Chet not even playing.
yeah.
Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
And J-Dub is the goods.
J-Dub is like,
Bro,
Nice, bruh.
he's one of those guys you can't get rid of. Like, you can't get
I
rid of
think
SGA, but you can't get rid of J-Dub either.
I think he's going to develop into someone we see kind of like how Jaylen Brown was, where we're like, is he going to be the real
Yeah,
number 2?
that's a great-
And he just
that's a
kind of
great one.
developed right into that
For
that
sure.
spot.
I got you, but I'm going to give you one even better.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this team. Russ, KD, James.
Mm.
James came off the bench.
Mm.
So think about that. I think he could turn into a guy that's going to say, I want my own team.
You think
Can
so?
he be that? I'm serious. He got the.
I think he got that.
He can.
He can.
He can, bro.
I think it's the confidence and consistency, which he's growing into. Like every year, he's growing into more, especially on both sides. Like he want to guard the best player too. Like he can.
That's
lock,
the problem
he can
too.
sit down.
Is he? I think the biggest thing I would say about, especially nowadays, I don't think he should go away from the situation. I
Right.
think that's a part that JB didn't do. I think he was smart by not going away from the situation.
Yeah.
It's working. You're gonna get paid.
Gonna get paid.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much money out there that you're gonna make, not just from the team, but from other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really gotta go nowhere. The only thing kind of hurts OKC is just the market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want a bigger market, cool. But like,
But these days, you don't need a big market.
you don't need a big
To get
market
paid?
for
No.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta think, KD and Russ was running OKC,
And let me tell you something.
and they didn't need a bigger market.
And it's like
played
they were,
there.
And you played there.
I played there for 2 years, bro. I don't care. That's one of the best cities, best organizations that you're ever going to play for. And I've played for some big city organizations, New York, LA. Like, I'm telling you right now, like it ain't no place like playing OKC. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you right now.
Yeah.
Them fans is
Point blank
they
period.
love
amazing.
it. That's what
Point
they
blank period.
have. They have that, and they have like the Sooners.
Oklahoma football. That's
Yeah.
it.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, bro. I'm telling you right now, them boys they are primed to win for a long time.
I mean,
And they look good, and they just out there playing elite basketball. They guard, and that's the thing. I like the Jaylen Brown comparison because did you see the clip of him guarding Julius?
Who, Jalen?
bro.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he wants to
he
go.
sit down.
He wants to go lock somebody.
the
up.
whole team sit down. Shai sit down.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what Shai was when he first came in the league. Before he became this
He was a
bona
lockup.
fide
Yeah, he was a lockup.
guy he is now. He was a guy who played on both ends. He
When
locked
the
up.
Clippers, that's how the Clippers used him. When they didn't want
Exactly.
Kawhi to guard their best player, they just throw him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro. It's gonna be hard to knock them out.
I'm
Bro,
telling
I ain't
you.
gonna
It's gonna
lie.
be hard to
I'm
knock
telling
them
you,
out.
ain't
it's
gonna
gonna be hard to beat
Hey,
them in 7
listen,
games.
They
man.
get out the
If
West.
77 don't get healthy,
Oh yeah.
if he's not healthy, that's the only team I can see beating them. Suns are tripping. So
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I don't
we
know
gonna
what's going
get,
on
I don't know what
with
the
we
fuck
gonna
going
get
on
there
with
too.
that,
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
What's
But,
going on with them?
but now it's
Ken, who you got, my brother?
My turn. You know, I had to pick the alien. I got Victor Wembanyama. He's not from this planet.
He's not.
This man is averaging 30, almost 11 rebounds, and almost 5 blocks a game. He's averaging 4 blocks on the season.
Defensive player of the year?
Had 4 blocks on the season. He has to be like what? Look, Chris Paul coming to the Spurs was one of the best things that could happen for his game. It gave him confidence to go get a bucket, be the guy. He's getting his
shit.
What?
He's
I thought
getting
was
to
gonna
where
lay
he
that
wants
up.
to.
I
Look at
thought
his
he was gonna
arms.
finger roll it.
Look at his arms.
No, that's an
not even-
alien.
that's not even real.
He is from Mars. This is ridiculous, bro. Like he's my to the ball player for the week.
Oh my god.
And if they get him somebody, we're gonna have a discussion about the Spurs.
God.
We're gonna have a discussion about the Spurs soon.
Did y'all see what he did on Christmas Day
Yes.
against a bona fide center in his league?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this.
Oh,
He's tweaking.
his first Christmas game.
He's
I'm gonna
tweaking.
he wants to be great too.
He's gonna be great.
He's
He don't
going to
wanna
be great.
he's
He's
already
going to be
great.
He's already great, but he's
an all-star this year.
He's next up.
He might be first team. What you think?
He's averaging 4
Listen,
blocks
they
on the
made
season.
the playoffs. He first team.
Man.
He's averaging 30, 10, and 5 blocks.
Yes.
That's sick.
And it's only slightly.
sick.
The blocks is only slightly above his season average. He's averaging 4 on the season.
That's crazy.
He has more blocks right now in his career than I want to say 93% of the entire NBA who's ever played already.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's a perfect.
Like I
tank.
said, you get him somebody on the Spurs to go with him. We're having a discussion about the Spurs competing.
They're 2 years away
Yeah.
because one, his shot selection is still shaky.
Yeah.
Two, he's gonna have to learn how to play with another star. That's always a
Tough thing to
battle.
do.
That's always a battle. So, but like you're right. He's so different. He's so different. I don't. There's not really. When people talk about Victor, there's really nothing you can really say because it's like
Nothing. He can shoot. He can pass. No, he can defend. He blocks
Bro,
shots.
he
like
can
this with
handle.
nobody
Hey,
else.
can you play the
handle.
clip again,
Handle.
Peter?
Like,
He just literally looked like he was about to finger roll it.
And
and stretched his arms out more and dunk. Look,
hey,
not even this one. This.
What are
that's
you
just-
supposed to do with that? Look, Jaden Daniels, that's his name, right?
yeah, McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels is one of, oh, my fault. Shout out to Washington Commanders.
Boo.
Watch
What are you
this.
supposed to do with this?
Like
That's what- that's
these
great
this great
defense.
defense.
That's great defense.
All these are great
Look at
defense. All these are great defense. That's the
Look at this.
point.
Like, watch his arms. Watch his arms.
Everyone
stretch
is
more.
playing great defense.
That man went go gadget.
His feet were still on the
Bro,
ground.
he did this and then flew to New York the next day and was playing chess. That's how crazy this is, bro. He was playing chess in the park. This man's different.
Is he going to be the face of the league?
He should be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they drafted this. The hype around him has been for him to be the next guy up when LeBron leaves. We're going to have to see about it. He's in,
Mansa?
NBA, he's in NBA now doing this.
Nah, bro.
We got to see it.
I like AJ.
I like AJ,
But he ain't doing that. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it.
Bro,
He ain't doing
Hey,
that.
this guy right here, this Victor Wembanyama guy,
Huh?
man.
if it's good,
Yeah, because the Joker should be the face of the league right now.
True.
But can't nobody be the face of the league until LeBron James retires.
Facts.
Hands down.
boy,
Until he retires. Hands down.
Victor Wembanyama's a freak.
Yeah.
He's a freak. And like I said, you're right about Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been the best thing for him,
yeah.
best thing for the organization.
He been the best thing for them young boys, too.
He's a professional.
No,
bro.
that's what I'm
He's
saying.
a
The whole
professional, bro.
organization.
He's
You know what I'm saying?
professional.
Because he got their mindset. Like he had a quote the other day was just like, we got to stop using this young boy talk. Like you're young trying to figure it out. He like, figure what out? Win games. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of these guys on the Spurs team, this is the third year?
Fourth.
Fourth year?
Vassal.
Yeah.
What's his name? Vassal, right? Am I
Yeah,
saying
it's his
that
third,
right?
fourth year.
He's
his
just signed a
third.
contract, so he's over 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
it's like four,
It's like
No,
his
it's his
fourth.
third year. He'll be going. His fourth year will be next.
his extension starts
Oh, his
next
extension
year.
starts
yeah.
then.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, what about Keldon Johnson? How long he been?
He's
He's
been four.
He's like 4. Yeah, he's for sure been 4.
He's been four. Like
Yeah.
you got a point. Like I said, they supposed to be winning now.
Yeah.
No, it's
You know
saying
what I'm
like they shouldn't. They really should need no more. Like,
But they're
2
playing well
years.
though. They're playing well. Like
Yeah.
they're in games. They just got to learn how to finish them, and that comes with time. But I understand what Chris talking about. He's like, bro, we in these games every game.
And I like Castle. They kind of hurt Castle for Rookie of the Year a little bit because
Yeah.
guys kind of came back from being off injury and they kind of put him down the bench a little bit. And I think they need to play young boy.
I agree.
I think they need to play him.
Yeah, he balling.
But that is our to the Baja for this week, guys. Let's get into some headlines. Right off the rip, are the Mavs in trouble? Is it time to have a conversation? We're very injury riddled this year. Do we think it's just because Luka is out?
Just so y'all know, he's saying we because he's a Mavs fan. Not
Yes,
it,
yes,
not
yes.
the group. Even
yes.
though we all mess with, we like the Mavs.
Oh,
but
100%.
We ain't diehards like Cam. But
Oh, okay.
what you think? What you think, Ray? Are they
anytime you lose 30 a game, you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of what, you know, and just the type of player he is and how he can win games by himself. But we can't make no excuses for them guys. Next man up. You know, you still got Kyrie over there. You still got a bunch of bona fide players over there that you still can make things happen. You got a great coach. So does having Luka out hurts? Yes. But that's still that you don't still lose your hopes of making the playoffs and even trying to make a push. No, can you win it without Luka? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And we ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah.
But making the playoffs and like making a push, you still got Klay Thompson over there. You know, you still got guys that, you know, that's been in big games and know how to win. So with him and Kyrie and just some of them young guys they got, I think they can really still do some things. But when you lose 30 points a game, that hurts. That hurts.
I agree. I think they orchestrated this team for situations like this. So they should be fine. Even though they got put in the backwood last night.
And the past 3 nights.
Against Houston.
Yeah.
They lost to Sac and they lost to Houston last night. It happens. You go through losing streaks, but I think they'll be fine. Spencer, he's been here before.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, Spencer's been here before without Luka. It was him and Jalen Brunson that carried the weight of everything. So they'll be fine. They just got to figure it out again and get back on the winning ways. But at the end of the day, things like this happen, and that's why you put a team together. Sometimes your stars go down. So what I'm more worried about is the severity of the injury.
And that's what I want to get into.
Because they said reevaluate
in a month. Yeah.
Not be back.
Which means he's probably might be out close
so
to 2.
it might be 2 months.
Yeah.
Then you got to get in shape. Then you got to figure out how to play with Luka again. Then that's when playoff time.
Then it's the playoffs.
Yeah. Then it's the playoffs. So at the end of the day, you got to figure these things out. That's what goes a part of this season. You just got to stay in the playoffs. Just stay in the playoffs where you can get that extended rest and stay out of that play-in to get more rest for injuries like this.
And I would say, are we concerned about Luka getting injured? He's been getting injured more currently, more than he normally was used to. Do we think it is probably because of how many games he's played in a calendar year with the finals and then trying to qualify for the Olympics? Everything
goes into account of these situations. You got to look in the mirror. Like, is it? Like I said, I know he probably has a chef. It might go into eating. It might go into. You might have to cut down drinking. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know if he's drinking all the time or what. But like I said, I think LD knows how his body is. But I think most importantly, in my opinion, I think it's a lot of miles. I think a lot of miles have been played for Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand. Getting to the finals is a long, long season. And then didn't he play in the offseason too?
Yeah, he's played in every offseason like past 3
So he
seasons.
played in the offseason right after the finals and then came back and started. Listen, that's a lot of miles, man. That's a lot of miles, and sometimes there's at some point it comes back to bite you in the butt later. So I think that's ultimately what it comes down to. It's his body just saying you need to rest, bro. Like, he already had he's had this calf thing that he's dealt with for a while. Now they're now his body's like, no, you need to sit the fuck down. That's pretty much what it's like. Like, you need to sit down, really heal this thing where it's 100%, and then go back out there and play.
Yeah.
Don't stop playing at 80, 90%. But that's how Luka is. He's a hooper. Like, he just loves to hoop.
His biggest thing right now, while he's doing that, is really, and it's the worst when you get an injury.
Oh,
it's conditioning.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard.
Bicycle. Like, he has to really just.
That's gonna be hard.
He has to give it an hour a day, and that's a lot, and it hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It's rough.
So, but he has to really just keep in mind that's gonna be part of it too, because you don't want to come back off an injury like that in your calf with extra weight, because you can mess around and hurt it again. So, let's Let's pray he gets back soon because they definitely need you, young fella.
Yeah, for sure.
Really quick, someone in the chat made a claim that the Mavericks have maybe overused Luka over this past 5 seasons. Do we think that? One, do we think that is a valid take, and do we think that is probably the effect of where we say a lot of mouths been played?
I would say this: play with Luka for 2 years. The guy wants to be on the floor. Your star wants to play. You try to manage it as much as you can. His usage rate is just such at a high level. That's what it really is.
Yeah.
His usage rate on the offensive end is just predicated to his game. He's so great. It's like,
He needs the ball in his hands.
he just has the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
90% of the time, he's making the right play. Either he shoots it or he's making a pass to someone where they got to make the shot. So that's where it comes down to. But at the end of the day, I've been there. I've been in the locker room. I've been on the bench. The motherfucker gets mad when he gets taken out the game. He's pissed.
And you don't like your star mad.
He's like, and then when they make a run, he's like, yo, get me back in there. That's hard. That's hard to coach sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if your star wants to get back in the game, to go win the game, what do?
Yeah.
Put his ass back in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LD, let's go. They making a run. Sorry. Like, that's how the team has been made up until JB came along. Kyrie got here. Spencer got here.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 to 3 years, he's been able to not play as much depending on injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So now I would say he's going to always be with another star now where he doesn't have to do as much and doesn't have to play as much where he can save his body. It's really just came to he played a whole NBA Finals, and then he went to play overseas, which is a completely different game, very physical game, and then had to come back and play an NBA season. His body's tired.
Yeah.
I mean, you play with a bunch of stars. Talk about how hard it is.
They want to play.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just simple as that. You can't.
And they want to get their numbers. Let's just cut a spade a spade.
You can't.
You
You
get
can't.
bonuses for the numbers.
With the person in the chat, like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, when guys want to be on the court and they're your number one guy, your franchise player, you can't really tell them no. You can't tell Carmelo Anthony when I was in New York, no, Melo, you can't go back in the game.
Yeah.
He gonna go check himself in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell LeBron he ain't going back. You think JJ Redick gonna tell LeBron he can't play?
Yeah.
LeBron, you had 30 minutes, and we can't put you in no more.
He gonna walk on the court.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
That's what he gonna say.
He
He gonna go sub himself in. I mean, I'm just saying, that's what goes with it.
Think about the guys you just said. That's a whole different type of
Who
personality.
you say?
True.
Tim Duncan and Steph Curry.
And their teams are also
Steph, first of all, it has hurt the Warriors as of late.
Yeah, when they take him out like
When
that.
they take him out, it has hurt them as of late.
Yeah.
Exactly. When
had a
they had a
team to do
team.
that.
Well, you think about the team Tim Duncan has been on. He was on a team with 5
Exactly.
Hall of Famers.
When
Yeah.
you have the team to do
You
it,
can do that.
You can do things like that. When Steph had KD, that's why I said they don't have to do that now. They don't have to.
But he's saying it's the culmination of all the years.
But it's a
so-
combination of all the years, and it's a combination of the personality and the player. Steph just chews his mouthpiece and go to the bench, and he don't say nothing.
Luka gonna take his
Luka gonna
mouthpiece
say
and-
some
and
shit.
throw it at him.
He gonna be like, "What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?"
And like I said, you got
And
to
then when they come back, it's hard. It like you got to understand from the player's perspective. When you have a 12-point lead, right? Say you go out with a 12-point lead, and you know every single time you go out the game, you might be down 5, or you only might be up 2, and then you got to go superhero mode again. That's hard to do every single night. Jokic is running into that. Jokic got to damn near play the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain situations that you just have to understand. It's the personalities of guys. Russell Westbrook, you was not taking Russell Westbrook out the game. Unless when you took him out, he's sitting over there like this.
Mad. I played with him for 2 years.
I know.
I know. He wants to play.
He like this.
Yeah, he wants to play.
Why am I sitting right here?
He wants to play. No, I'm being honest with you. Russ want to play.
You know what I'm saying? Like those guys.
Shout out to my boy too.
Shout out
man.
to Russ, man.
Playing amazing.
8-2 in the
Playing
last 10
amazing.
when Russ started.
Yeah,
Shout out to Russ.
Shout out to my boy Russ.
But, hey-
Need you on the pod, my boy.
for sure. We're gonna make it happen. They about to be in town.
Yeah.
About 4 days.
Ooh.
But let's go to our next one, the Lakers trade. D'Lo got sent to Brooklyn. DFS to the Lakers. How are we liking this? Does this actually make the Lakers better? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah. I think it make them better. It gives them some defense. It gives them a knockdown three-point shooter. It gives them another just tough guy who rebounds, who defends, and he can hit an open shot.
Yeah.
And gives, I think it gives Dorian another opportunity to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been in Brooklyn where, they just don't know what's going to happen every time they step on the court. They're going to play hard, which they have been doing, but, winning-wise, that wasn't a good situation. So now he goes to a team that can possibly be in the playoffs, that's playing for something, and he's going to be a big part of that. So I think that was a good trade for him, and I think it was a good trade for the Lakers.
I like it. I like it for both sides. I think it's one of those things where you kind of just have to cut it while you can. Wasn't a good fit for D'Lo with the Lakers. As you can see, they were both kind of over it. Lakers and D'Lo was over it. So he goes back to the Nets. My man had 22 points last night in 26 minutes. He was
Off the
hooping
bench.
off the bench. So he's probably, and that's where he got off at. That's where he was
he
was an
became an
all-star.
all-star.
He was an all-star.
Well,
He a bona fide guy, and he's doing this thing. But for the Lakers side, like I said, good trade. Doe was a great piece. Shake is a good piece. They still need one guy. They still need another star, in my opinion.
So what move do you think they need to make to contend? The Lakers?
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine? I think so, too.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine.
Well, then, yeah.
They
agree
need
too.
another guy.
Chat. Bron can't blame Dota. I'm not even gonna say that shit. But I actually want to get back into the point of D'Lo and the Brooklyns. So Peter, next one. Let's talk about D'Lo being back in Brooklyn. Do we think this is his best fit right now for him being back in Brooklyn? The reunion, like you said, 22 points off the bench in 26 minutes. Do you think his confidence will be back there?
Yeah, the confidence definitely be back. I think it's one of those things where it's like you just want to talk to D'Lo. Do you want, and I think the Nets will work with him, like, you want to go to a team and try to win something? Or do you want to do this? Because you can do this and just make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you, Ray, you in D'Lo's position, you're D'Lo. Do you get your value back up?
I'll finish out the season there.
Finish out the season with Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Or do you go to a team that needs you? Because let's say D'Lo
Depends on who the team is.
Let's say D'Lo goes to who need a point guard?
Who we just said a team needed a point guard. Oh no, that was the trade happened.
Who needs a point guard?
Who needs a point guard right now that's competitive?
Yeah, that's competitive.
No.
Nah. They already tried that with them, and then
The only team I can see him go, and they really don't need to use him, is Orlando.
yeah,
That's the only team I can see that's kind of like
I
playing
can
right
see
now
it.
that can. But
Orlando.
they play
Do you
defense,
think-
though.
do
They
you
play
think-
defense. Nah.
you said Miami.
He's
Do you,
not a
do
Miami
you
guy.
think this might be a long shot, but only
I
because
like Orlando though.
only
Yeah, but is he gonna? He got to sit down over there.
But
Them boys play defense.
but that's the thing though. You don't need him. He just need to give a little bit because you got a lot behind you.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like that might be the fit for him where like
But
he can be that third scorer for them.
are they willing to go get somebody?
But I'm gonna say this.
I think they like Suggs and what's the name enough where they like, nah, we good.
I think another team, and I only say it's because of injuries, and we know how the injury bug can be, especially with their star player. I can see Memphis. I can see him going to Memphis as like another option.
I like that.
I do too. But they high on which call it now though.
Who?
Pippen Jr.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
I
do
forgot
like
about
Pippen.
Pippen.
And
I
he's
forgot about
cheap.
Pippen.
Yeah, they
He
high
cheap.
on
Yeah,
him.
actually, yeah,
And
that
he's
makes
very
sense.
cheap right
You-
now.
That makes
you-
sense.
you
Scottie
don't gotta
Pippen
give
Jr.
up. You got to give up some stuff to
Yeah.
get
balling.
To get him
You probably
over
have to give
there.
up him, honestly.
Yeah, I was. Hey, listen, I'm with you. I say stay in Brooklyn.
I think that's
I
the
say
best
stay
fit
in
for
Brooklyn
him
and hoop,
for right now.
and then just show like, look, because at the end of the day, you just stay there. They'll pay you.
I mean, you're used to like you've been there before too.
Yeah, you've been there before. You turned that team into a winning team.
He did.
So be there, compete in these,
Well,
get in the playoffs every year, have a good career.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
hey, I like it.
For sure.
All right, next we have the Suns. So we spoke about it a little earlier. The Suns are currently slipping under 500. What do we do to turn it around in Phoenix, man?
Under 500 in the West?
Yes,
They in trouble, man.
they in trouble.
They in big trouble.
Get my man KD out of there.
I heard something that say,
I agree.
are they a month away from blowing it up?
If
they're
they
under 500 by the end of January, they might blow that shit up.
Yeah,
they should.
all the way up. Drop a bomb in it.
Nuke
You know
it.
the first person who should say it should be Book.
Look, he's been there.
Book been
10 years.
listen, you keep who the fuck you brought in here. Let me go.
KD gone. KD gone.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I feel like, but because he's older, so he needs to like, if he gonna do something, he could like do it. But Book, like,
Book can still be your franchise player. Like
I
he's
agree.
young.
I agree.
He's
I know.
young,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can try to
Book's your guy. I
get
say that-
somebody to build around him. You know, I won't let Book go. But Brad and KD, bye.
yeah.
Listen,
They got to.
this is what I would say.
Just because KD just need to go somewhere. Where he can try to
OKC
go
has
win.
given you the formula.
Yeah.
They give you the formula. Get you some young pieces who can go.
Would you
Hey,
trade?
listen, I say this.
But do Book wanna lose again?
Peep me.
Okay.
Peep me. Let's get these ratings back up.
Oh wow.
Let's get KD and Bron back together.
Oh,
La La Land. If they under 500, send KD to the Lakers.
You think they can make that work though?
Yeah, find a way. Send Reeves. Go.
Oh, this guy here. This guy say he just.
I was about to say that.
Go.
I can see that happening. And I heard and that's been trickling. That's been trickling around.
I would
too.
say this.
I kind of want to see it now.
Bron would not let that shit happen. Send Reeves. Send Rui.
Send my son now.
Send Jared. Vanderbilt.
Would you send your son if you had to get KD?
What? Kuminga's a better player than Rui? It's calling from a Warriors fan. No. Austin Reeves is better than all of them to me. I agree. You might.
I can't. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
he's not better than Wiggins.
He's not bigger. Than
Actually agree with Hong on this, but
Yeah.
but I do want to see him.
they
on the
probably
Lakers,
would
though.
do that. They probably would do
They
that.
would easily do it
Yeah.
if it came available. I mean,
I just wanted to see Bron with KD.
Realistically-
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
realistically,
with AD.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
I want to see. I
AD?
said like I agree with you because I want to see it, but realistically, that would happen before that happened.
Yeah. That would definitely happen before that because then that helps both parties.
Yeah, because I don't think if KD leaves, I don't think he's gonna go somewhere like brand new. I think he goes somewhere familiar, like where
But-
he's.
Did he go back to OKC?
Phoenix
Did he go back to
That's what I was
OKC?
saying. Like I could see that. I could see him wanting to pair up with James again
Because OKC can offer whatever. They got everything you need. Picks.
and still keep that core.
does he go
And
to
still
does he
keep-
go to the Clippers?
That's what I'm saying. I think he goes back with maybe Harden.
Yeah, they don't got enough pieces.
They don't.
They
Yeah,
have
they
to give
don't.
up Norman, and that'd be damn near the whole score.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
you
true.
can't give up no.
can't.
Can't give up Norman if you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you, he go back to
I'm
OKC
gonna
for
say this
Honestly,
though.
makes
The
sense,
owner,
though.
the owner's not going for none of that shit though.
For Herstein, what you think?
because they also want SGA to be.
For Herstein is some picks.
Nah.
Chet coming back, so you
I
good.
think they might trade Chet
Check
before they do that.
Heck no, they better not do that.
I think
Dude, they might.
They might do it to get KD. They trade Chet and some picks before I think Harden signs.
They might trade. I might do that.
I would do it.
Trade check.
Yes.
I might trade.
If you can get KD with that group,
Yes.
check. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like yes. Why would you? Like, why would you
I
not
might
do that?
do that.
Yeah.
Why
I
would you
might
not?
do that one.
Where my man marketing going at though? Where he going?
Shit.
You said who?
Marketing.
But that's the thing. It's a lot of dominoes that need to fall because that whole Jazz team, they got some pieces over there with Jordan Clarkson,
Danny Ainge.
marketing.
who's also
And
going to be
Danny
out of
just
there.
waiting. Danny
He's
Ainge
waiting,
waiting, be like, come on, call me.
Danny Ainge waiting. Yeah, it's like
Call me.
he's playing a long game. And
He
I get
definitely
it.
trying to get Cooper Flag.
Bro, yeah, he's trying to do it OKC, but do it with like a star-studded guy who they're gonna bring. That'll make sense. And if he don't get Cooper, he gonna try to get AJ.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
The league gonna give him one of the two.
He gonna get one, and he's waiting, and he's playing.
I'm very. All that to be said, very disappointed in Phoenix.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
We had high hopes for them this year, bro.
I did. I just don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either, bro.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I know.
What?
Bro, they not getting.
When they about to go under 500, you can't do that in the West.
In the way, and this late in the season in the West, you can't.
It's the first. It's not late.
It's not late in the season, bro. But for the West, it's a little late to be.
Let me see. What's their next cut?
Compete.
They got an East Coast road trip.
True.
Pacers, who already beat them. Sixers balling.
Sixers
That's what we need to talk about. Hornets, guaranteed dub. Hawks, Jazz, they'll be all right. They got a great road coming up to get them back right. Mark my words, quote this, January 2nd, if they're under 500 coming out of January, that something's happening.
Something's going to change.
Something's going to happen because they shouldn't be under 500 after the schedule I just looked at.
We still bringing Justin in at 12:50? All right, so we have about like 9 minutes left on our headlines. Let's go ahead and talk about the change of the guard position.
The what?
With the change of the guard position. You have people like LeBron, KD, and Steph. Of the league, I don't know why I said guard position. I meant the guard of the league, like guard of the league.
Oh,
have you seen their interview, like of their like the OGs? Yeah. These three have been the pinnacle of the NBA. Do we see them still being this way through their retirement, even if they slow down? Or do we think that like some young guys will take over the guard of the league?
Nah, it's already in the process.
I mean, but like realistically though,
it's
like,
already in the process. Like, it's very sad to see. I ain't gonna hold you because like these guys have been the top of the top for so long.
Giannis, Joker,
SGA
in the middle.
JT,
Luka.
Like the torches literally, they're like this. Luka and them in traffic.
I mean, but this is my thing though.
It's the truth.
Hey,
though.
listen.
But did we not just say though, like the face of the league won't change until LeBron retires?
No, listen. We're talking about influential figure. LeBron is the influential figure in the face that everyone sees the NBA. They think Bron.
Okay, I see you, Sam.
Running the league, no one looks at the Lakers and be like, oh, we fear Bron and the Lakers, because people run up in LA. BTA
Had the best games.
belt the ass.
Yeah.
So
And shit, Golden State's starting. I ain't sorry.
And Golden State
they're starting to get like that.
and they starting to get like that too.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, look, bro, like I said, the torch is like this.
They in traffic.
They're in traffic. They on 75 right now.
Yeah.
They already got
And
off.
it's 4 or 5 o'clock.
They don't get
You
off the
sitting for a
exit.
few hours, basically.
And they on the exit. And they just at the light.
They already got off.
And they got little ducks going across the street. They just waiting on that. We're gonna move on after I say this. Top 4 seeds on both sides of the ball. I'll give you top 8. Top 8 seeds on both sides, Eastern and Western Conference. For Eastern, Cleveland, Boston, New York, Orlando, Milwaukee, Miami. Neither one of them are on them teams.
Mm-hmm.
For the West, OKC, Memphis, Houston, Denver, Dallas, Clippers.
Not one.
Not one.
Listen, I told y'all about Houston. People were talking about Houston.
Yeah, you're right. Houston balling.
You're right. You the only one who said it.
And I was going to say that.
I
I
told
apologize,
y'all.
Houston.
Yeah.
Y'all out there balling.
Yeah, you know I love the city.
And Memphis, damn.
Okay. They thought Memphis was gonna tank. Like, oh, their season over with.
Memphis,
Number 2.
second in the West.
Number 2 in the West.
Hey, they done figured it.
And they balling even with Jai out.
They got some
They
people who
still
stepped
beating
up.
people.
They got people who stepped up.
Man, Jaren Jackson Jr. looking like the man over there.
He look like an all-star right now.
He is
He's
an
a
all-star.
star. He easily all-star this year.
He better be.
Easily all-star this year.
Shit.
But like you said, we'll go ahead and move on because we do have one more topic we want to touch on. OKC is on an 11-game win streak. I know we just touched on them.
Yeah.
But realistically, is there any team that can slow them down in either conference?
No.
Not just the West, either conference.
Boston.
No.
And
I can't wait to see Cleveland play OKC, though.
I know.
I'm really interested to see that. I'm really interested to see OKC play. Has OKC played Boston yet? I think that's coming up soon. No, they did. And Boston beat them, though.
But this is. Ooh. Oh, so we locked in. We tapped in
Tuned
this
in.
weekend. Yeah, we
I'm
tapped
really
in.
looking forward to that game. That's going to be that's a great matchup. That's a great matchup. And because hey, listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Boston best team in the NBA.
I mean, yeah. Until
They're the
someone
best
proves
team in the
otherwise.
NBA. Until proven otherwise.
But I will say this, though. With Hardenstein doing what he's doing, 7-game series, I'm not just so sure that Boston will win.
I agree. I hear you. Like I said before, even in the situation with the NBA Cup, Boston's been there. They are the most battle-tested team in the NBA than anyone else. It does not matter what team. You can give me a team. No.
They're going to get tested.
They're going to get tested. But there's no situation or no.
Because if Philly gets healthy, that's all I'm going to say.
If Paul George
Paul
play
George,
like some shit.
he just had his best game that I've seen him play
Get above 20
last
points a
night.
game.
He had 30.
Who they play?
Who did they play
I
last
think
night?
they play a shitty team.
Sacramento.
No, Sacramento beat somebody. Oh, they lost yesterday.
Yeah. Philly still lost. They lost to the Kings. Yeah.
At least he had a 30 burger.
30. If he gets it going, and Joel Embiid come back healthy, who?
Oh, they just got to get back on track. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that'll be fine.
You got it.
We said it. I think the Sixers scary.
I want to say this, though. Do we think that – okay, so when it comes to the Boston and OKC matchup, do we feel like they'll be determined just by their stars or by play style matchup? Because we know, again, OKC is the top defensive team in the NBA.
Boston not too far away from that, though.
I mean, they're probably still top 5.
Yeah, they still top 5. That's a wash. It's the others. It's the Isaiah Joes versus the KPs versus the Al Horfords, the Peyton Pritchards, the Sam Hausers. And for OKC, you got to have Wiggins play well. Caruso got to play well. Cason Wallace has to play well. Like, those guys have to play well.
And I think they all will.
No, for sure.
I think it'd be a battle. It'd be a battle.
It'll be a battle.
No, for sure going to be a battle. I'm not saying it's an ass whooping.
Could that be our finals?
For sure.
If my Mavs don't get healthy, that's what I would say. Huh? Say it again.
This man did one power with KD. Huge KD fan now.
KP.
Oh, I thought you said KD. I'm like, here he goes. No, I know. I'm fucking with you. But no, like I said, KP, he the difference maker.
Yeah.
He really the difference maker because he a matchup problem.
Hey, Pete, is Justin already in?
Peter back there asleep.
Hey,
My
man.
fault, y'all. First one back 2025.
I mean,
Okay, I was making
don't
sure.
watch no college basketball like that to be picking a winner for each conference.
So we actually do have one more NBA headline, but we're gonna wait till JJ's getting to discuss it. But no, I just thought that was interesting because I honestly could see OKC doing it if other teams in the West don't do what they're supposed to. I can.
Hey,
think they'll
Peter,
kinda
you
run
can
through
take
the
that
West.
header off right quick. I got a question for you. More scary in the playoffs, Memphis or Houston?
Memphis. More experience. I think
Memphis.
they play a little harder. Yeah.
Yeah, Memphis.
You said what?
Memphis for sure.
No, they don't.
Houston?
You think Memphis can make a run?
For somebody.
If they get healthy at the right time.
I think they're scary for somebody in the first round. Yeah. I will say that.
So you just think they're a second round team?
I don't even know if they get out the first round, to be honest with you. I don't know
You're
if they
just
get
saying
out.
they're scary.
I'm saying they're scary for somebody.
They going to make you play
Because
harder.
They're going to make you
want
play
to.
6-7 games.
This is my thing. They're past that. Like, they shouldn't be scary anymore. They need to make a move where they're trying to win.
If they get Jimmy Butler, that'll put them somewhere.
Shit.
That's the team we didn't think about.
Oh, I thought
I don't know
about
why
that.
he doesn't want to go there.
Why wouldn't he? They number 3 in the West.
I'm saying but he doesn't went on his list.
Yeah, but he should.
Oh, let's get the headphones.
Because ain't he from Texas?
Yeah, he's from Tomball, Houston.
What Hawks team? Oh, with Al Horford, Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver.
Jay Jacks.
My damn headphones.
Yo.
Yo, you hear his brother?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Theo's headphones having a malfunction right now.
Mine too.
Yeah, everybody having them out. I'm the only one got them out right now.
Hello, J. Jack. I'm coming.
Yeah, give us a sec.
Oh,
Where the fuck?
I'm still on the wrong side. There we go.
Are we good?
Rookie ass, Theo. Yo, what up, Baba?
What the hell was that?
What's going on, fellas?
Only J Jacks know that one. Shout out my boy JB.
Shout out to JB.
That's a throwback. I ain't done that in years.
Throwback.
I don't know where it came
Talking
from.
about freshman year.
Yeah, literally.
You good?
You would have thought we had some issues.
We did.
No, we actually did, though. We actually did.
Hey, but Jay Jacks, before we get into the college segment, we have one more headline that we wanted to include you on. Again, we all know that Mike Brown was fired recently after starting the season 13-18 for the Kings. He has a 104 win and 82 record overall.
Got fired.
And got fired. Let's just start. How do we feel about it? We know you were in the Kings organization. We want to get your opinion on it. How do you feel about it?
I think that I think the one thing I want to preface everything with is I think that front office and the whole staff is totally different than when I was there.
Okay.
So they do things. I think they do things differently. That whole thing, but it's by the same owner.
Okay.
And when I was there was just a whole bunch of dysfunction everywhere. I mean, we had our head coach going at the GM in the headlines, kicking him out of
Who's your coach
practice. Dave Yeager. He's with Milwaukee now with Doc, I think. Shout out to him. Great guy. But I think it comes down to the knowledge of the game. Wasn't he just the coach, like unanimous coach of the year, like last year or the year before?
Yeah, 2023.
I think that's a curse. Anybody who gets that gets fired.
Yeah. Ever since that happened
At this
with the
point,
Raptors coach. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, so I think it's. Look, I'll tell one story, and we were in practice one time, and we finished practice. Guys were kind of shooting around, whatever, and I was talking to one of my assistants, and he had told us that the owner wanted to do. I don't know if people remember back in the day, but the owner wanted to do to where it's basically 5-on-4, and we leave one of our players on the other side of the half court. So if we get a rebound, we can just kick it right ahead for a layup. And I thought he was joking because I don't really know how you can possibly think that would 5-on-4 against the best players in the entire world. You will give up 300 points. So I think it goes back to just knowledge of the game. Like, I loved what Mike Brown was doing. Like, I thought he had the city rocking again. He had those guys playing well. It seemed like they loved playing for him. So for me, when I see it, it has to be something at the very top of why he was fired, whether it was him getting into it with the owner or guys, that are in charge of things, or them just not liking him for for losing some games. But I didn't like it. I liked, I don't know if y'all saw Malone's, Denver's head coach's response, but
Yeah.
I liked his response to it.
That had to be it. He had to have some type of altercation with the owner.
Vic.
But it was kind of weird because, like, when would he have had it? Because they had practice. They let him have practice. He did the interview, and then he got fired in the car.
Yeah.
So when would that have altercated? It's going to come out later.
Yeah.
Might get on Rain Race podcast. Mike, I'm going to hit you up, my boy.
Need the exclusive.
Tell your story. But, like I told Colleen I'm going to cut down, and my mom, I'm going to cut down cussing. But I'm going to say this. That's some bullshit.
You know it is.
Because unprofessional, lack of respect, just for being a human. Like, why even let him be around the team? You're going to have the persona that he's going to go on the plane?
But you ain't fired me in person, though.
Yeah.
You let me get in my car and I'm driving.
I'm driving to the airport to get on the plane and go on a road trip. I'm prepping for a game. We're on a losing streak. So right now, I'm even more locked in because I'm trying to turn the ship.
Yeah.
It was insane to me. It was absolutely insane. And it's to the point where people were starting to respect Sacramento again.
Bro, people
now
cared, to watch Sacramento
you went
basketball.
10 steps forward and you went 10 steps back.
Yeah.
Who's going to want to go there?
I mean, with Sacramento, I could see them handing it right over to Doug Christie. I know he's the interim.
Oh, no.
But I could see them.
He will be the head coach.
Because he's just a Kings legend, which I love Doug. He was a commentator whenever I was there, and super nice guy. Obviously knows basketball. He played for a while. But, I just don't know. I don't know how you can sit here and say we've got better options. And this guy was unanimously through the entire league coach of the year 2 years ago. Just doesn't make sense to me. But like you said, everything will come out.
The panic button gets hit so fast in the NBA.
I'm telling you.
It's sick.
I'm telling you.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It really is. And not even just the NBA. Like I said, we're going to talk about it in college too. I mean, we're dealing with Carolina. Our fans, I love our fans, but sometimes they annoy me too because Jesus Christ, bro. They're like, our team's not good. Like, God, leave, bro. We were only down 2 points with 3 minutes ago.
Really quick, final thoughts on the Mike Brown getting fired.
What you think? What you think about it, Ray?
What you say?
I said it was bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's bullshit. Great coach. Yeah, we all on the same page about it.
We're on the same page.
Unanimous. Just put that at the bottom, Peter. Bullshit.
I wish I could see Peter. So really quick, before again, like I said, we go to the college basketball. I want to get there by 1. We're gonna run through the tweets of the week really quick. Pete, go ahead and put the graphic up. So this was LeBron's birthday post to LeBron, the glorious GOAT, by the way. We thought this was fake. Like I had to really look it up. I thought this was fake. So it says, my brother LeBron James turns 40 today, regardless of your religious affiliation. Here's a baptism you might enjoy. Fuck you, I'll text you separately with the heart, hands, and the king. And he is baptizing Kevin Love, if you can't see.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
You know what's crazy? That was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And he jumping like that?
Yeah.
What we do wrong? Let's just move on.
We did.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
I didn't even talk about
The last
Let's just
one,
look for it.
the last tweet
Gotta
of
get
the
my
week,
visa right.
is Draymond Green. Leaked email requesting time off of work for LeBron's
Oh
birthday.
my God.
He had to support the glorious GOAT as well. We're playing Cleveland. He was in Cleveland, so he was in LeBron's hood. So he was like, please, Adam Silver, please don't find me. I had to take off to support the greatest thing that ever happened to the NBA.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So those are my tweets of the week. Let's get to it, J Jax. I'm handing it over to you, my brother.
Yeah. No, I It's been a while since we did this. So
Yeah.
it was when I was thinking about some things to talk about. I mean, we'd have 100 games to recap. That's not realistic. But there is one that I think we need to talk about a little bit. There's a couple different things we'll talk about, but the first one, man, is this Florida State lawsuit against Leonard Hamilton. I'll just run through the details and we can kind of go through it a little bit. So there's 6 former Florida State players that are suing him for basically him promising NIL payments, whatever, and never did. 250K each. Can y'all imagine if we got 250K in college? Apparently, it went so far to where these players even walked out of practice before a Duke game. Walked out of practice, said we weren't playing, and then Leonard Hamilton, apparently, according to reports or whatever, basically said, "No, I got it. We'll pay you. We'll get the money to your account, whatever." So they ended up playing.
This was last
Finishing
year?
the whole. This was last year.
Gotcha.
Finished the whole season. And now I think there's maybe two guys that their eligibility is done. So they're done with college basketball. I think everybody else is transferred to a different school. And so, yeah, so I think what we need to break down a little bit is kind of what are some changes. I think me personally, and me and Cam were talking about this before the show a little bit. I think this is going to be like one of those like make an example out of situations. And hopefully it's one that brings like some change to the whole NIL situation, regulations, having more paperwork, and things like that. But what are y'all's thoughts on this situation?
First thing I would say, y'all asses was 17 and 16 last year, so y'all asses terrible. But all that to be said, you have to do your due diligence when it comes to money. Got to have a contract, has to be written down, has to be signed by both parties. If you say you was going to pay the kids, you got to pay them, no matter what their record is. It's definitely going to just be setting an example. This has probably happened multiple times. You know what I'm saying? They just got to figure out a way to get the money to them, but it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going there, and regardless of what has happened, you might be living according to what you're thinking you're going to get paid, and that's just there. It's not smart to do.
That's a lesson.
That's a lesson. That it might not be smart to do, but they're doing it. But you're expecting that money. But at the end of the day, if nothing's written down,
I don't owe you nothing, Jack.
You winning games. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when we were younger. When I played in AAU, I played with CP3. We were Jordan brand. Like, we could get any shoe pretty much we wanted. But if we didn't win, and they told, y'all can get whatever shoe you want. But if we ain't win, did you think they were giving us shoes? Hell no. They look at us like we had 10 heads. You know what I'm saying? So like that goes into account. But at the end of the day, it's just a lesson. You got to get it signed. You got to have a legit contract. Every kid that's getting paid, you need to have a financial advisor, or you need a lawyer or something that can help you get something written where you know you can get your bread. If you ain't signed nothing, he don't got to pay you nothing.
Well, with that coming out, that hurts. That hurts him. That hurts.
It definitely hurts
the program for sure. So I don't know. He needs to find a way to make it right and make it right publicly, because it's going to be hard for him to get some recruits. That's going to be very hard, because that's what these kids are looking for. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
They ain't looking for, where's the best fit for me? Where's the best place for me to go to play? Who going to give me the most money?
And it's already tough at Florida State. It's not the best basketball school.
No, because, the football players getting all the bread.
They're getting all the bread.
Yeah.
I mean, they
For now.
And we played against Florida State. Was Florida State good when you were there?
Yeah.
Florida State was good while we were there.
Yeah, that was good.
And the thing is, they still wasn't really supporting the team like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still went there, empty seats, We still got,
or we just
our
had more
fans,
fans
or we
than
just
they did.
had more fans there, and they had
I
a
think that's
top
what it
10
was.
team. So they have to be great in what they are saying they're not doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
This hurts them big time.
It hurts.
I will say the only thing is, and this is why I think the NCAA could use this as that example.
Keep going.
This is his last year on his deal. Like, this is his
Okay.
last year on his contract. So, yeah, it takes a hit for him. I mean, I want to say when I looked, he was 76 years old, something like that. But if I'm him, it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let me try to make good on this. But like you said, if it was a coach staying there and trying to get recruits to come to Florida State, then it's like, man, I really got to try to do something. For him, it's like, you don't have any proof. Like, if that's the route you want to take, then we'll figure this out. But I thought it was interesting because as I looked at it, it's only the second. We've seen a bunch of things in the headlines of, like, somebody saying they weren't paid a certain amount or whatever, but it's the only second one that has gone to like legal action, which I thought was interesting, which I think is, if things aren't changed, I think you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of them. And I think you're going to start seeing like NCAA starting to get involved and things like that, which would not be good in my opinion. I just think like Theo said, it's like, I don't understand how you can do anything without a contract, right? And then not only without a contract, but like a detailed contract. Like, hey, for instance, Louisville went winless in, I think it was 2 years ago, in conference play. It's like, hey, you have to win 10 games in your conference play for this incentive to kick in, or things like that. To just say, hey, you get $250,000 to come to this school, that person could go and get hurt the first year or not be very good and not play. And it's like, okay, well, we still got to pay this guy who's not giving anything to our program. So I just think there's some. I've always been a big proponent of the NIL stuff as far as players getting paid. But I do think there's got to be some sort of regulation or some sort of just contract agreement so that you don't see more of these kind of in the headlines and causing issues for other schools and things like that. Because now you're going to have the guys who aren't playing, who had an agreement to get paid a certain amount. Maybe they're not getting paid. Now they're going to see this kind of in the headlines and go into, a legal battle. And now they're going to be all of a sudden aggressive and trying to pursue some sort of lawsuit or, go at the school. So I think there's got to be some changes. It can't just be the Wild Wild West, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah. Do we would we like to see like some actual laws put in place for this? And also, do we think there should be a salary cap in college for how much each team should be paying players as the total?
So I'm definitely down for the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say salary cap. Definitely, Justin, you hit on top of it. Like, they are professional, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's tough because they still got to juggle school and all that stuff. So it's harder to be kind of sticklers about certain things. Be like, all right, you got to average this 20 points or 15 points. Like, that's tough. But if you asking for that type of money, I guess it's really not. I mean, if you want to get treated like a professional, you got to perform like one. So I guess that goes into it also. I mean, it's a tough conversation because you want to treat them like professionals, but they're not.
Still kids.
They're still kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got an 18-year-old coming into college. They never played one college game in his life. And he's like, yeah, I need 1.5. Okay, cool. I need you to average 20. Ain't happening. Very rare. That's a very rare guy. That's the Zions and the Jabari Parkers, the Marvin Bagleys. Like, those are those guys of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's tough. What you think, Ray? You think a salary cap?
And if so, what do y'all think the salary cap should be?
I think the cap should be no more than a meal ticket.
Like for the whole team. For the whole team.
No, just per person. Like, nobody can get no more than $1 million. Like what AJ got, and they only going to have him for 4 months.
Yeah.
That man ain't thinking about no class. He ain't thinking about no classroom. He ain't thinking about none of that. That man literally just going there to play basketball for 1 year so he can go to the draft.
Yeah.
So, like, that's $7 million. Like, come on.
I think what he got should be the cap for the whole team.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
like 7 to 10. Yeah.
This is my thing. Let's think about college basketball. Justin, Ray, how many good players? How many nice that are worth that are worth $1 million are on a team? Realistically.
Like
Worth
each
$1 million.
team?
Yeah, each team. Each college basketball
I
team.
mean,
you might get
one, maybe two, honestly.
Yeah. And you talking about a $7 million cap? Man, hell no.
Yeah, $7 million for the whole team. That's because that means basically your 12th player is making at least 200.
200.
And I don't. That's a lot.
No. Hell no. It can't have. I say that. I say it. Maybe not.
I'm just saying no more than $1 million for anybody. I don't care if it's Cooper Flag.
No, I'm saying
no more than $1 million ticket.
The whole team's $7 million. Like they can't.
But
go
he's saying it should be individual based.
Yeah,
So
it's individual.
individual based. And each player, you can make $1 million.
Like if you're
a top guy and you're a guy, oh, we can get you $1 million for sure.
Yeah.
Got you.
Now, if you get 5 top guys, $5 million.
You got to come out that.
You got to come out the paycheck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it comes down to.
But if you got to do that just over there clapping and just swinging the flag,
come on, bro.
Towel in the air, he got to get 50,000.
Yeah. I think
no. That'll piss me off.
He said
That piss me off. Oh,
He
hell
said
no.
I mean, he's still practicing, bro. He's still practicing. He's still
50K?
50K.
Hey, listen, I ain't had that.
Yeah, right.
I'll take it. I'll take
had
it.
50K.
I'm telling you right now.
You won the championship, boy. You better stop. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
I didn't have 50K, bro.
Crazy.
Hey,
We was chilling.
We ain't gonna talk
I
about
think,
it.
and we can move on. We can
wish.
move on to the next one after this. But
for sure.
I think it's a deeper. I think the deeper issue is you basically just open up the floodgates, right, to pay all of these kids, like you said. I think that's the biggest thing. You're paying all of these kids. So you have these kids who aren't mature enough to say, like, me personally, I would never go into a transaction, anything business-wise, marketing, whatever, with a handshake, right? Like, or an agreement. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like my lifelong boy of like, hey, we've grew up together. I know you won't mess me over. And even then, I'm still like, no, I still need some sort of contract, right? These kids, they're going into school just hearing people say, hey, no, I got 250 for you. Like, just come on and go, right? And then they're like, all right, bet, I'll come.
Yep.
Really knowing that these grown people, which they're the issue, but these grown people, they don't care, right? They're just trying to get them to the school. So to protect the kids, at the end of the day, like, right, we can pay them like they're professionals or whatever, but they're kids. The majority of them are kids. To protect the kids, you have to have some sort of like, hey, if they say that they want to do this, put it down on paper, right? And if they don't put it down on paper, then we're going to go look somewhere else, right? Because it's doing a handshake and saying, okay, I'll come, and then getting there and not going through a whole season and never getting paid. Like, that's like some bad stories you hear of like overseas stuff of like these teams just not paying their players and you know what I mean? And like whole teams just walking out. Like you can't do that because you're going to start to mess up the whole college basketball like aspect of things, right? Like people aren't going to watch college basketball because there's not going to be good players playing because they're just going to sit out because they're not getting paid. So I think that's the deeper issue. But I mean, we could talk for 4 hours and never come to a resolution of this. But we can shift. I think, and I hated looking at these different conferences because it kind of showed me that the ACC is not the strongest conference right now. But right now, I wanted to go through. I've got 5 conferences. And I don't know how much y'all really paid attention to the different teams. I think once we start naming the teams, then obviously you'll have a good kind of like picture of what the conference will look like. Mm-hmm. But we'll start with the ACC. I would say we'll end with it, but we'll start with the ACC.
Who you got?
Conference winners. uh,
I got UNC, bro.
I got UNC as my dark horse. All love to UNC. All love to UNC. But that team down the road is an issue. I ain't gonna lie, they're an issue. But I think realistically, I think at the top, yeah, every team's beatable. Realistically, I think there's two teams right now after 2 or 3 games at the top, and that's Duke and Clemson. Clemson, they've taken a couple losses, but they've got a game against Kentucky that they played really well and got a win. They've got some players and size and some veterans, guys that have been in college for 4 or 5 years. So I think for me, it's those 3 teams. Got to leave my UNC team in there. But it's those 3 teams. So,
yeah,
I guess I'll take whatever heat I need to take.
I agree with those 3. I'm very interested because, like I said, ACC is so weak right now. Let's go ahead and move on. The ACC is weak. Jax, I want to ask you this, though, before we move on. And I want to ask you too, Ray. What do we do? What does Carolina do to improve?
You know what's crazy is, honestly, especially being in conference play and the ACC not being that strong this year, it's not a lot of change that has to be done.
Agreed.
They were down 1 yesterday against Louisville with 5 minutes left.
That's what I'm saying.
And Louisville went on a 13-1 run to win the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And within those last 5 minutes, North Carolina had 4 turnovers and gave up 3 offensive rebounds. And I couldn't help myself but to think back. And Ray, Coach Williams, he didn't change over the years, so I know y'all did the same exact stuff. But I could not stop thinking about every single practice when we would have 86-80 at the end of practice.
Yep.
Every practice.
Yep.
Every single practice.
And you'd be up 6, and then all of a sudden he'd switch it. Hey, Blues up 6, you're down 6. You got to figure out how to make a comeback, right? And it was like, I hated it when I was there because it was like, dude, what? Like, why are we doing this? But every time we did it, it reminded you how important those possessions were, right? Like how important, hey, this screen that you're going to set is, you got to make sure to really hit that guy to get that big open, right? Like all of those little things really end up mattering in those last minutes. Yeah. And in those last 5 minutes, it was as if it didn't matter, like it was, 4 turnovers. They had 12 turnovers all game, and 4 of them were in the last 5 minutes.
Louisville picked up the pressure. They denied a lot of. Listen,
what they do?
Denied. I'll say this: we had Ben Lubin had the ball too much at the end of the game. Put my man in some terrible situations, right? And I was
you can't even get mad at him.
You can't even get mad at him. Listen, at the end of the day, like I said, Coach Davis doing a great job with what he has. He really is. And I think that's what we really need to sit down and understand. The team is what the team is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in games. It's just, how do we finish them? You know what I'm saying? Do we have the right people with the ball in their hands? Are the right people taking the shots? That's the one thing they just got to figure out. Listen, guys, it's an up and down year. You just got to understand it.
Can I go now?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to shut up. Yeah. You go ahead. He said, I'll say something.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Because y'all know how it is. Y'all know how passionate we are about Carolina basketball.
Yeah.
Y'all know how passionate we are about our school.
Yeah.
So to watch them play sometimes is extremely frustrating because I'm used to guys getting into the ball. I'm used to guys picking up, being aggressive, because teams are too comfortable with us.
Yeah.
And I said this before, and that's what needs to change. We can't go get nobody in this part of the season right now. So we can't go get another big. We can't do none of that. So our team is what our team is. But in order for us to make that turn, we have to be aggressive defensively. We have to pick people up. We have to make people uncomfortable. We have to speed people up. Right now, teams are just too comfortable. They just dribble the ball down and they just running plays and they just doing whatever they wanted to do.
Executing.
So yeah, so like you just said, Louisville went on that run because what they do, they got aggressive defensively and they started denying the ball. That's what we need to do.
And that's when we start winning.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so we have to do that from the start of the game. And Hubert is doing an amazing job, like you said, for what he has. But what he needs to make them start doing, Elliott, RJ, Ian, all those dudes, they need to start picking up. We just got to be aggressively on defense, and that's what I see. And I'm just being honest.
All right, that's all we need to talk about.
It hurt not having Seth too, because he's really the guy who gets going from that standpoint. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's really not. It's not like, oh man, like we just don't have a chance. You know what I mean? Like we've been in almost every single game that we've lost. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, ACC, like I said, ACC is a little weaker this year, so there's no better time for
sure.
To be struggling. I mean, heck, that takes me right to UConn, who lost 3 in a row in Maui, and now they're about to be top 10 in the country. But it's it's a lot of basketball left, and I still hold hope. Marquette. I've got it's between them and Marquette.
I'm going UConn.
I have UConn, me personally, and it's purely because Hurley is the coach. They've got some good players.
Coaching.
McNeely, I think the only issue is I think he just went down with an ankle injury. He's supposed to get like an MRI, so I don't really know what his status is. But like having him as the coach, like you look at their stats. I mean, I think their highest score is like 15 points, something like that. It's like 15, 12, 11, 10. Like there's nothing stands out to you, but you have a coach that's able to make adjustments the way that he does. It's tough. But I'm also not going to having a point guard. And Ray, you can speak on this, and you've talked about it with our UNC team. Having a point guard like Cam Jones that's a game changer, right? Like even if you're struggling in a game, I mean, he can literally will your team. I mean, he's averaging 25 and 6 right now, and so it's like having him at the head is. I mean, you're never out of a game, and you've got Shaka Smart as the coach, and all they do is play hard. So. That could be an interesting. I mean, it'll come down to the championship, but that'll be an interesting conference.
I like that one. Hey, J Jax, I'm very interested in this next one. Big 12.
Ooh, okay. Big 12. Big 12 actually has some teams. I ain't gonna lie. Big 12 has some teams.
Not bad though. I'm going Iowa
and the
State.
Sooners. The Sooners, in my opinion, aren't even top 3.
Defense travels.
Defense travels.
Iowa State guard.
Iowa State do guard.
Iowa State guards, Jax.
They do guard.
Look,
they got guards that can go get a buckito.
Okay, look, so a bucket.
And by the way, we in here ain't ate nothing. Home back there chomping away.
Oh God, smacking.
That's checked up. At least go to a different room.
Ain't ordered nobody nothing, bruh.
He probably got a priority on Postmates and everything.
Yeah, my fault, Jax. My fault, my boy.
No, I get it though. You get hangry when you start getting hungry. I get it. I understand. But you've got Iowa State. You got those 2 guards. Gilbert is a problem. All right, I just want to throw that out there. But I think, me personally, and this might be a hot take, the most underrated college basketball player is Joshua Jefferson for Iowa State. He's a 4-man that literally does everything. Okay.
Not familiar.
And when I say underrated, obviously he's not like a averaging 20 a game type underrated, but like does everything for this team. Okay. But you look at the Big 12, you've got Iowa State, you got Baylor, and I'm just going to name off the teams that I think are going to be like in the running. You've got Arizona, who they're struggling. Don't get me wrong. They're struggling. You got Houston. You got Kansas.
I'm tripping.
You got West Virginia, who actually is not bad. You got Cincinnati.
Not a bad team.
Shout out to West.
You got BYU, who I don't think they're going to do a ton, but they got some good talent over there. So they got there's some talent in the Big 12. I think me
Cincy's a
personally,
sleeper team.
Hey, them boys play hard for West over there, boy.
They play hard.
They play hard.
They
for West.
can't score though.
They play hard for West.
They
bro.
play hard for West. But they
will
cannot
run
put that
through.
ball
They
in the
will run
basket.
through a brick wall. If you
telling
ask
you,
them to
they're
make
gonna
5 threes in a game, it might be a struggle.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
they
it's over with for
struggle so
threes
much
is
scoring the
nuts.
ball, man. God, dog.
Yeah,
Also,
it's a
just letting
clear
you guys know-
favorite is Iowa State, though. Go ahead, brother.
I was just letting you guys know we have about 5 minutes.
Perfect.
Yep, that's a tough conference though.
It's tough,
It's a tough
and it's teams
conference.
that you haven't really heard a ton about, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
the last
forgot
the
about
last conference that we'll talk about, that it's the reason why you haven't heard a ton of Big 12. The SEC.
We gotta go
When was the
Big
last
10
time
too.
SEC? When was the last time they were like
Oh, yeah.
really, really dominant in basketball?
I don't think they've ever been this dominant.
Yeah, probably not this.
They're
dominant.
insanely dominant.
I mean, I was looking, and they have 10 teams right now in the top 25.
God.
They have 5 teams in the top 10.
Mm.
So I mean, honestly, me personally, it like resembles SEC football this year.
This is
Like
even more dominant
these
than
teams are
football.
just going to beat up on each other the entire season, and it's like may the best man win.
And let's talk
But
about
I think
this. Jackson, I'm gonna say this right quick. LSU 11-2, Vanderbilt 12-1, Missouri 11-2, South Carolina 10-3, Georgia 12-1, Texas 11-2. All of those guys not ranked.
What?
It's sick right now.
So
That the whole SEC could possibly be in the damn tournament.
and if they should
low
be, if
key.
they play like that, they
Crazy.
should be.
That's crazy.
They should be.
I mean,
The
'cause
worst
you also-
team it's crazy. My fault, Jess. Go
you
ahead.
didn't mention Arkansas either. Who I mean, whatever
yeah,
you
and
might want to say
Arkansas.
about Cal, like
Arkansas is
Calipari's
11-2.
over there at Arkansas. Like
But I was just saying the teams that weren't ranked.
yeah. Yeah.
Those are just
I mean,
teams that are not ranked.
And those are
Missouri
probably
beat
supposed to be
Kansas.
the bottom. Those are probably supposed to be the bottom of the SEC. Like all those teams you just named.
That's
But
I mean, you've got
that's NIL though.
yeah,
Yeah.
which I think
NIL.
is why NIL is so good. Like you create this landscape of college basketball where it's not just dominated by 5 teams. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. This one, I don't really know who to pick. You've got Tennessee, you've got Auburn, you've got Alabama, you've got Florida. Like
Texas
I-
A&M.
That's crazy.
Kentucky,
Kentucky.
like Oklahoma. We saw the game Oklahoma, Michigan. Like you've got 6 different options that you could say. I think me personally, it's between Tennessee and Auburn. Tennessee, you talk about defense travels. Tennessee is second in team defense right now. 56 points per game is what they're allowing.
That's
right.
crazy.
Teams are shooting 34% against them and 27 from the 3-point line. Like I don't. Yeah, you need some offense. I'm full on offense. Like I will go offense every day against defense. That's just me. But if you can't score against them, what does it matter? If you're scoring 56 points against them, all they got to do is score 60.
This is the thing. We've seen this recipe though, Jackson. We've seen one of the best defensive teams that have ever to live. Tony Bennett
Oh yeah.
for Virginia defense is insane. But Tony Bennett wasn't winning anything until he got an offense.
They didn't
You know
have
what I'm
Chaz Lanier.
Chaz Lana. All I'm saying hey, listen, all I'm saying is Auburn can score that ball.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's why I
gonna
say it's
this.
between them two.
I think it's Auburn. I think it's Auburn or Kentucky.
Wow,
I like Kentucky.
That's your super dog.
Yeah, that's my super dog. I want to put Bama in there, but
You don't put Tennessee in there?
I was gonna put Bama.
I think
That's
Tennessee
crazy.
gonna
You're
fold.
just that's crazy.
think
You're just
Tennessee gonna fold.
completely saying Tennessee's out of it.
I'm just saying they should have lost to Illinois. I don't think Illinois is that good.
They had 3 guys go out foul trouble though.
That can happen any game. That can happen in any game.
Hey guys,
No, but
really
yeah.
quick. Oh,
Interesting. But I appreciate y'all, man.
oh, of course. Really quick. Any last thoughts before?
Last thought, Jax. Give me your Big Ten. We didn't do Big Ten.
Big Ten. That's I don't know.
Forgot about that
quickly. I don't know. I mean, UCLA.
Not really good team. Yeah, that it's not
Say
really
UCLA,
good teams in
UCLA,
there.
or
Yeah.
Illinois. I mean, those are the 2. So
Yeah, that's how
take
I
that
was
with
thinking
whatever you
UCLA.
want.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, Jax, we'll see you on Monday, my boy.
Hey,
We
I appreciate
appreciate
y'all. Y'all have a
Appreciate you, my
great
brother.
day, man.
Appreciate you, my guy. You
For
too.
sure. I'm tuned in to SEC basketball though.
Oh, yeah.
That thing gonna be crazy.
All right, you guys. That'll wrap up our college section for today. Is E on? 1 second. 2 minutes. Oh.
Bro, it's really crazy all them teams, bro.
Bro,
South Carolina.
that's more dominant than
The
football.
Gamecocks.
Because I want to say
You said 10-2?
10-3.
10-3.
The most losses a team has in the SEC is three.
three
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
in sports in general.
Yeah.
In sports, because they're good in baseball, they're good in basketball, and they're good in football.
They good at everything.
They're good at everything. Yeah.
Bro, they got bread, bro. Listen, the ACC is tradition.
ACC's because of us.
Yes.
Because of us, Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah,
SEC is because of them hills.
because of us. Yeah.
No, them hills. How many chips y'all got? Oh,
Who got 4? Huh?
y'all got 4 chips?
Oh,
That's cute.
yeah, that's cute.
Huh? No.
How many?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
two.
I'm about to say,
We use 2 hands.
Yeah, we got 6.
Yeah, we got 2 hands.
Yeah, yeah.
We got 1.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Y'all funny as hell.
It's all good.
I mean,
You want me to bring,
yeah.
you want me to bring my
Now,
ring?
now we
Eon?
going off the pros.
You want me
Can
to bring my ring?
I can bring my ring too.
Oh, okay. Nah, you
No,
don't
you
need
know
to see
what I'm
that.
saying?
It's in the
we could
case.
go off of pros all the time. You can have the pros right now.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to go pros all the
You
time.
don't want to do that.
Huh? What do you mean? Live in the past, bro. It
Oh.
just is what it is. Damn.
hey E, can you hear his game?
I just retired.
Yeah, I'm listening. I like the debate.
That nigga laughing.
E, what up,
E, what's
Baba?
good, gang?
What's up? Happy New Year.
Happy New
Merry
Year,
Christmas. Happy birthday, my brother. Ain't it your birthday today?
Me?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh, there you
Happy
go.
birthday. What's up?
Yeah, that's crazy. You remember that? I appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
see everything.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see everything,
Shout out to my
brother.
boy Cal,
I
man.
appreciate you, my boy.
Okay,
Yes,
young
sir.
fella, how you? 22 now?
25.
Oh, okay.
25? Oh, shit, you could just not go to the strip club. Okay.
all right. I'm about to show you some shit when you come to Dallas.
For sure. Show me. You know, show me.
We'll get in
Please.
trouble.
I'm weak, bro. I'm weak.
What's up, fellas? How we
That's
looking?
good, man.
Look.
Good, bro. Good, bro. We just, hey, what you got for us today? It's been a lot
we
of
got?
great football has happened since we've been gone.
Right.
What you
Yeah.
thinking?
I mean, we got one more game left, right? We
Yeah.
got Saturday, Sunday games. I truly believe that this football season has been nothing less than epic. I mean, there's been a bunch of things we didn't expect to happen.
Exciting weeks every
We got a
week.
bunch of things that can happen and ain't happening. So it's a lot going on with the NFL right now. And overall, the season, I mean, to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite seasons to ever watch and be a part of. Now that I'm a full-time like spectator of the game, a lot of things that you participate in and you don't really understand while you're going through the process. It's a lot different when you're sitting at home and watching. So, yeah, man, it's probably been one of my favorite seasons as far as teams we didn't expect and teams we did expect to do things that didn't and did do. So, great year.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
So
my dog Theo want to start with Jada. He want to start with Jada Daniels.
Did we keep that segment?
I just wanted to. I
Jada-
just wanted
the
to
Jada
ask.
segment?
no.
I just wanted to
No,
ask.
we
you-
scrapped it. We scrapped it.
Okay, cool. I'm happy we did.
We scrapped it. We scrapped it. Everything need to be said. My man done got 11 out of 17 rookie of the weeks. Not much else needs to be said of it.
11 of the 17 rookie. Who's the
11 of
rookie of the year
17.
then? Come on now, Big J Daniels. Shout out to Rubicon Talent.
No.
We sponsor him. We market Jada Daniels. So keep that money coming in.
All money in.
How weak is that?
Hey, so no, first segment we have is the actual playoff picture. Yeah, there we go. So this, as of right now, this is what we have. These percentages of teams to get in.
Baltimore.
Who we think can get these 1 seeds? Honestly, that's why we want to talk about. Who's getting these 1 seeds?
Man.
Kansas City already got it.
Oh yeah,
Kansas City's locked theirs up, and I will be at the Lions-Vikings game, so I'll get to see that one live. My dad's a Vikings fan, and obviously I play for the Lions, so I'm gonna take him to the game.
Who you got?
Can y'all wait till I lead a game? It's in full field. Y'all try to get me. I got the Lions. I'm gonna text y'all, but I got the Lions. I'm gonna text y'all.
How weak as hell. Hey, listen, bro. I'm looking. The biggest thing to me, I was just hoping that no one else got hurt for Detroit against the 49ers, because that game really didn't mean nothing, and Detroit's so prideful. They played anyway.
Right.
I'm looking forward to this game, bro. Like, this is gonna be an all-out dog fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because this is huge.
I think I called it. A couple segments, like when we first started, I said that game gonna be the game. Like, it's gonna be the game of the year for sure.
It's gonna be rocketing it. That's the first playoff game of the year.
For sure.
It's the first playoff game of the year.
Season. Yep.
Yeah,
this opens up a whole new season.
Because that bye week is essential. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. And
both teams.
Yes. I would say, and you let me know if I'm wrong. Washington needs to win so they can play LA. And they don't have to play Philly. Or would you rather play Philly?
It's either LA, man. I wouldn't want to play either one of them.
I'm about to say that. It's tough, bro.
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I'm a huge Matt Stafford fan, bro. This LA Matt Stafford is a totally different being. Cause starting off the season 1-4, he's beat up. His O-line's beat up. His secondary has really nobody. He loses Puka, he loses Cooper, and they still in the playoffs. Yeah, that's a dog. Yeah, that's a dog. So any team that's hot usually stays hot, but the most healthy team usually wins. So I wouldn't want to see none of them, bro. Honestly,
I would give us a chance. First of all, we got a chance.
I give you a chance with both of them
because that guy is really like that. He really like that. For us to beat Philly after having 5 turnovers, that's crazy. First and foremost. Second of all, he's hot. We're playing really well right now. Our secondary is just poo cheese, right? We are so bad.
Even with y'all's guy.
We'll get into y'all secondary and Cincinnati secondary.
No, because Lattimore is like that. But that's it.
But it's just okay.
Yeah. He got picked on a little bit. He did. First game back. Second game back.
Yeah. Jeremy Chin like that. He can put that. And that's the thing. That's why it's kind of like, would I rather play Philly because they want to run, but then them two monsters on the outside, that means you got to play man-to-man on them, and that's spooky.
Yeah.
So, I hear what you're saying. It's really a lose-lose because in L.A., they got them 2 dogs, too.
Yeah. Honestly, you just be happy to be in the playoffs. And that's what I think y'all should do. I think y'all should just be happy to be there. Okay.
My God.
I'm not gonna stun on y'all.
But
y'all
we can compete with a shootout though. We can be in a shootout. Compete. That's why LA would be
just a little different. And I'm gonna explain it a little bit because
explain that.
It'll help you as you're watching the game. Same thing for NBA. The same mistake or the same drop pass that you had in the regular season, that shit is amplified in the playoffs. And it's 30 times more detrimental than it was in the regular season, because every playoff game from when you watch it is going to be decided by 1 or 2 plays. Every game. Every game. And that 1 or 2 plays may be that first down. That 1 or 2 plays may be that catch that he dropped for in the end zone. It's just, that's playoff football. And the team that's accustomed to winning like y'all, but also like Philly and like LA, you're in that pool of a bunch of teams that have fought it out through adversity. So whatever it is that y'all doing and y'all little nuances and your little hiccups, well, you only giving the offensive and defensive coordinator to focus on your ass for 1 week.
Yeah.
So whatever little intricacy, little thing you do, you swipe your helmet, you lift your little leg up, they on your ass. So playoff football switches a little bit different than regular season. Regular season, they playing it for 17 different teams.
Yeah.
Playoffs, they got your ass for 1 week, and they gonna, you know, I mean, it's so crazy, and it changed my life. Like my 3rd year in the league, 4th year in the league, when I started seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We started making the playoffs, and you started like noticing, like, damn. Everybody got a little nuance or something. Like a DB may step with this foot, and these coaches, their job for these next couple weeks is to break down every little detail amongst yourself. So younger players or veterans or people that have been in the playoffs, they know. Like Philly's gonna know, Stafford's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? And as a younger person, you just can't afford those mistakes.
For sure.
So that's just,
I mean,
it's just a different game.
You're right. That's the same thing in basketball. I mean, that week prepping for that NBA playoffs, boy, you know each team from the back of your, you know every single play. You know their mama, you know their tendencies. You know, hey, listen, what room they in when they on the road. Like, hey, listen, we know when you step out. Don't let us find out you went out. We get you even more.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's little stuff like that. But it's crazy. The last thing I want to say about the playoff picture, I don't think anybody in the AFC want the Bengals to make it.
They probably they need a lot to happen for them.
They need a lot to happen. I don't want to see
we
Joe Burrow.
Want the Bengals to make it. We want the Bengals to make it. Y'all tripping. They defense is absolutely dog doo-doo.
Yeah, they're horrible.
So if you want a team that's horrible. You got to bet on Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow for that one game, I'm gonna take Cincinnati defense to run through them all day. All day. They have so many missing pieces, and that's the reason why my dog ain't the MVP. I mean, we could say whatever we want about whatever we want. He get a defense, he win MVP.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's bro, the season he's having is ridiculous.
I know. The season Lamar Jackson's having is ridiculous too.
Absolutely.
While it is,
MVP is
like,
Lamar. 3 times.
No. Hey, listen, like Lamar Jackson is for sure the MVP in my opinion. Yeah. Yes. I just had to give Joe Burrow his flowers because I remember people in the beginning of the year were saying it's Joe Burrow elite quarterback because they were losing games. That has nothing to do with what he's doing.
I love that.
Their defense is so bad.
Yes,
honestly? How did they give up a touchdown at the end of the game? He just threw the ball up in the air. They was playing backyard football.
Bo Nix.
It was insane.
To Marvin Mims. I can't even tell you.
Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims was like a top 10 wide receiver the other night.
Bro.
Man.
Bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pay that boy T.
Yes. Good luck with that too. So let's break down Cincinnati. We start with your core, your main person, in Joe Burrow. I love that you brought up the beginning of the year. Everybody said Joe Burrow is not an elite quarterback, but then we're not accounting for Joe Burrow being hurt. We're not accounting for people that don't play the game tend to forget the mental aspect that go into being injured and trying to come back and redo the shit you was just doing. Like, you got to go get hit. You got to go make a mistake. You got to go throw 5 interceptions to do whatever it is to become who you used to be. Like, something has to reignite your furnace. You know what I'm saying? So let's not play dumb to him statistically. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing with people when they start talking about the now. I go, well, statistically, ain't nobody really fucking with Joe Burrow since he stepped into the NFL.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, one other person. And that's the person that's about to win MVP. So let's be honest. And then we'll break it down from the pieces around them. They help form a good offense. But now that offense has to deal with the offseason. This offseason gonna kill that offense. Then they have to figure out
Is it they don't have the
defensively, who
money?
They, want
They don't have the money.
No, it's no such thing as that in the NFL. Y'all know how that go in the league. That's
Yeah.
not that. Salary cap is cap. That's what we say. Okay,
Yeah.
salary cap is cap. Ain't no that's bullshit. But they got the money to pay whatever. It's about maintaining those core players and like what you hear about Cincinnati and who they are and what they should be as an organization. It's not there, so it's gonna be hard for you to keep players like T. Higgins who. You tag him and tell him, hey, prove it again. Then he goes out there and prove it again. And that kind of hinders your relationship a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't
damn,
know what
they
kind of
haven't even
relationship.
No, he got.
Nah,
They
he's
haven't
on a
even-
franchise tag.
Yeah, and they haven't even paid Jamar.
And they haven't even paid Jamar.
They haven't paid Jamar.
No, they were supposed to do it at the beginning of the year. They would've got
Jamar
it-
technically has 2 years left. People tend to forget how nice this nigga is. Like, he's still on his rookie deal for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
crazy.
next
How
year
much he
will
about
be
to
the
get, E?
deal.
Huh?
How much did
250?
Justin Jefferson get? Justin Jefferson gets what?
I think he got-
37 a year? 38 or something like
He'll
that?
get 40. He'll get 40.
He's gonna get
Jamar
45.
Chase gonna get 45.
Ray just
If
called
he
it.
don't get 45, it's only because he leaving some on the table.
For him.
Only because,
For
but
Higgins.
he should be 45 a year. If he wins Triple Crown, which he
If
gonna
he
win,
get he about to win triple.
He gonna win easy.
That man,
Bro.
I'm not
Because
pulling
all you
up
got to do is
nothing.
run, you
Jimmy
just
Burrow
walk
got
up in
triple
there
crown.
and you be like, listen, appreciate y'all. Yesterday's
look.
price.
It's not-
Hey, listen, I bet you Jamar like, I don't
price
want to
of the
make
brick has
playoffs.
gone up.
Playoffs.
I don't even want a
Playoffs?
Brinks truck anymore. What's a Brinks truck? Y'all better go bring my shit in something else. Like
Call
what
the
they
mint,
do
tell him
out
make
there
my
in
money
Dubai.
fresh.
Yeah.
I want all my shit to Rolls Royces pulled up to the jet. Like they do in Dubai.
Yesterday's
how I
price
want my
is not
money.
today's price.
Bro, that exit meeting gonna be so funny. You know, you gotta go in there and sit with the GM and you go grab your seat.
Yeah. Triple crown.
Have a good offseason, sir.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Have a good
Don't
offseason.
don't call me unless
Unless.
you come correct.
Thank you, sir. I'm walking in there just like I got manners. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ray, what you saying?
I ain't saying nothing.
All right, you ain't saying nothing. You
It's gonna be
just go
a
sit
silent room
down.
until somebody
I
say
said what?
45 million.
Huh?
It's gonna be a silent room until someone say 45
I ain't
million.
gonna say one word.
It's
He
gonna be a
so,
silent
we want you
room,
back. We gonna.
yeah.
They gonna tell you everything you want to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
They gonna tell you everything. Oh, you our first priority. They gonna tell you all this. And I'm just saying, okay. Let me know when you ready.
Yeah.
Because when you're ready is when you say 45, 50 a year,
Yeah.
hands down. And I want you to
nothing
bring my
else we
guy
need to-
T. Higgins back. Bring him back too.
And he got that. And my quarterback, my best friend. So what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be
And-
45.
And Joe gonna walk in there and say, make this happen or I'm gone.
I'm walking in the gym holding Joe's hand like this.
Yeah.
We
Talking
finna
about
go
twin.
get it. What? Come on,
cap.
twin.
Come on,
What?
twin.
We been
Hey.
playing.
E, speaking of bread, talk about this last week. Every year, the incentives.
Yes.
How does this work in the locker room and game planning? The coaches know, the players know. Do they strive to get it done for the player?
Man, I'll tell you a short story and I'll tell you the facts. Short story, 2018, one catch away from a $500,000 signing bonus. Never went back into the game.
Oh, I was about to ask
They
that.
know.
Do they do that?
Oh, they know.
Bro, they
yeah.
know. Bro, they know. You know what'd be funny is like, we got guys up there that's all on the numbers and stats and statistics to tell us if we should go for it or not. Be the same people in here be like, yo, bro, I got one more catch. Y'all owe 500. But players like Mike, so let's get into Mike Evans because Mike Evans is one of my we drafted together, known about each other forever, and we got a bunch of mutual friends since I moved into Texas. Mike Evans is a player within this realm that you're like, hey, bro, you gotta play. Like, you gotta play. Like, what you've done in your whole career depends on this game. Now, we still going to the playoffs, but Mike Evans ain't had nothing less than 1,000 yards since high school. I
Gotta
saw
go
that
get
and
it.
almost fell out my chair.
That's
Because
crazy.
I don't think people understand when people say consistency, like That's it. Like there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing else in a book
That's
that
Bron
look like that.
That's
That's
Bron-esque.
Bron.
Yes.
That's Bron-esque in the
Never score
NFL.
under 10.
Yes,
level.
that's Bron-esque in NFL terms.
Yeah.
Bro has never had less than 1,000 yards.
You gotta
Because
go
we were
get
like in
that.
year 10 too, right? Like he's done this for 10
Who
years.
they play, the
Year
Panthers?
12.
He's in year 12?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's insane. That's
Since
insane.
high school. And he was 3 years, and you gotta go 3 in college.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy. All those incentives he got, I feel like, we put those in our contracts to help other people so they don't have to pay us, that on top of whatever they're already going to give us. But if I've worked my butt off and I'm a player like Mike Evans, or I'm a player like Derrick Henry, who has one more touchdown, or I think Adam Thielen's up for some, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz got like 1.5 when in the air for like 2 catches and a touchdown. That's all he need.
I think he need 2 tuds.
2 tuds?
I feel like he need 2 tuds. Yeah.
Whatever
it's
he
some,
need, it's like
his is kind
1
of
something.
tougher.
Yeah.
But they get to that red zone though. They get to that red zone.
And that's cool. My thing is when they get to the red zone, who calling the plays? Just watch. You know what I'm saying? For me, for me, it's a little different. I'ma just be watching. You know what I'm saying? I already know what's going on. I'ma just be watching.
Yeah.
But we get to the red zone, we target Zach Ertz 16 straight weeks, and we get to this week. Hey, yeah, let's go this
That'd
way.
be crazy, bro.
Yeah, it be like that, bro.
Crazy.
It be like
I'll
that.
be
And like,
sick.
we don't play dumb. Like we're not gonna play dumb like
Yeah.
that. We know how this game
Hey,
go.
stop.
500 ain't no, here you go, type money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
you know how the
I
game
would have
go.
subbed my ass right back in the game.
Play
Absolutely.
every
Coach, you
player,
said,
bro. They
Coach, you
deserve
said
it, bro.
me? Oh, bet. I'll run right in there.
I got a
I
flag.
just seen him
What's the
grab
play?
his. I just seen him grab his calf. I just seen him grab his calf. I'm gonna shoot in.
What's the play call? I'll be open.
Yeah, right.
just know
Know
that
it
I'll
to
be
me.
open.
Facts.
Saquon got to go
they
get
know
that. Saquon got to go get that record though.
He's not doing it.
I know he's not. I know
say
he's
he's sitting
not.
out.
I know, but he has to
Man,
go.
that's
get
a good segment to jump into, man. Man,
What you? Yeah.
Saquon
'cause-
Barkley.
E, what are you
history-
doing?
History is the same thing as legacy, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
the legacy is based on what you've done through time. So I don't understand it, and I'm happy that I don't have to be the general manager or coach in this situation. Maybe one day I will, but I'm happy that I don't have to do it today for that kind of player, for this kind of record. Now we're not talking about a Megatron record. Somebody might eventually come get that. Receiving the game's going into a passing game. It's formulated into a passing game. That record would eventually be caught, but no one. I'm talking, we had Adrian Peterson. We've had Emmitt Smith. We've had Chris Johnson, 2K, CJ 2K. I mean, we've had running backs come through this league and never sniff this record.
Great ones.
Great. All. Hall
I
of
mean,
Famers.
bro, the list, LT, I mean, we could go down a list of
Listen, Chris Johnson.
running backs.
Chris
That's
Johnson.
what I'm saying. CJ 2K was the fastest.
Fastest.
Fastest
What?
motherfucker ever.
They ran a
And
42.
Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was
He's the most ridiculous dominant back for a while.
bro.
Yes.
You gotta go
dominant.
get that because what's gonna piss
You got to
me
go
off,
get it.
Greenwell's gonna get 130.
Right. And we're all going to be looking like,
That's Saquon right there. Listen, bro. And if an opportunity like that is right there, if it was 150 yards, that's different.
right.
It's 100.
He do that every week.
You know what? They
And he
kind of
playing
got to
the
beat
Giants.
themselves up about this too. They kind of got to beat themselves up about this too, because if they do have the number 1 seed, they don't have to sit him. Then he gets to go get the record. So they do kind of got to beat themselves up about not having the number 1 seed as well, because they're good enough of a team in that AFC to. If the Lions and Eagles squared up today, we would all put our money on the Eagles. Now, mind you, injuries, whatever, yes. But what I'm saying is, if they got that bye week, then Saquon will be playing. So I would kind of beat myself up too, because we didn't necessarily need to take that loss to Washington, and we didn't need to take that loss to, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. But it happens.
Cigar outside.
Yeah, whatever.
Bro, I just say in that moment, I feel like I'm gonna go get that.
I gotta go get it.
I think
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
go get
that.
it.
Because who's the
That's
next
a-
person who's
listen.
gonna do it, bro?
And if that record's already been set for 100 years, don't I want to be the next 100 years? Like, ain't nobody gonna go get that. So, you gotta go get that record. The record's your legacy is just as strong as you winning a Super Bowl game and having that record.
He's missing the Pro Bowl. Mahomes.
Oh yeah. Oh they're talking about Pat Mahomes missing the Pro Bowl for the first time. Had to this year. He ain't better than three that's up there.
Look at the quarterbacks in the AFC right now.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's not even close.
Sniffed it, yeah.
Well, he missing it because he don't want to go.
No,
Lamar and Josh Allen.
Fuck, that man is.
Who else are we talking about?
15 and 1.
Bro, but
Who you
like,
taking out?
Are horrible.
Huh?
Who you gonna
So
take
you
out?
only get 3.
Whoever you want.
You only get 3.
You get Josh, Joe Burrow, and
Be for real.
And Lamar.
Lamar.
Lamar,
And Josh beat him.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh.
Why are you?
tripping.
Joe
You tripping.
Burrow threw for
You
4,500
tripping.
yards.
You tripping.
I understand.
He's
that.
finna touch 5,000 yards. No, he's finna touch 5,000.
5,000 yards. He
I know
almost
that.
5,000 yards. passing.
He'll get 5,000 next week.
And
He'll
I'm
get
with you.
5,000.
I'm with you, but you can't. That man.
No,
you
this
can't-
is
No,
Pro
you
Bowl.
can't. You
This
can't.
is an
Listen,
individual award.
You can and they did.
Jaden
Okay,
Daniels
when
had.
you put it like that,
Yeah,
you're right.
it is individual.
Individual
Because
award. You know what I'm
Jaden
saying?
Daniels is
Same
having a
team.
better year than Pat Mahomes.
It's a lot of people having better individual years than
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
A good amount.
Hey, but like I said, that's 2 different things.
Yeah.
If I want to go win me a playoff game,
I'm going to.
I'm
See
calling
you, Pat
Kansas
Mahomes.
City.
Yeah, I'm going to Pat. Pat, where you
Hello,
at?
Pat.
Hey,
Are
Pat,
you busy?
Yes. Hey, pull up, my
It's a
boy.
bad time, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, the kids, everybody, they good. We got you. We'll put y'all up. Y'all be good. Just come on and play the game.
You know what they could do? They could take all those quarterbacks that's in the Pro Bowl for the AFC and put their playoff record up against Pat Mahomes. And I bet Pat Mahomes be sitting home at that Pro Bowl like, man, them boys are good.
Pat Mahomes not planning on going in the first place.
He's trying, yeah.
He's trying to get
He wasn't gonna be
That's a
there.
waste of his
Get
time.
that ankle, get that ankle healthy.
Yeah, he was like, let's
People
go
have-
ahead. Let's go ahead and put the replacements there.
You gonna have a
already.
reserve
Since
anyway.
he gonna-
Right. They put him out on purpose. Well, he's going to be in the Super Bowl, so I
He's
ain't even
gonna
know
be in
he
the
was
Super Bowl.
altering anything.
Does KC lose?
2.
Do they lose at all?
I've just shot the question back at you. I wanted to see if you had somebody in that.
I think the only team that can beat them is Baltimore, in my opinion.
Only team.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the likely
And I just say that because that boy.
And it might be the year.
That boy built.
It might be the year.
That boy got something.
Because he's been taking us out
I
every
think
year.
it's Lamar's year, man.
He got to, though.
And I say that-
You
I
can't
said
win
that
at
2
third
years
MVP and
now.
not, like, sniff the.
No, we have. We have. I think last year was too close where he's like, I was right there.
Right.
And I don't care what we playing at.
Right.
We could go to KC. But I'm going to tell you what works in KC. These legs. He going to run with it like a boy. Oh,
He
Lord.
has to. Hold on. All right,
has
so
to.
I'm going to bring it back for you. Okay, so the last year, we were very and utterly disappointed in Lamar because there were so many open lanes.
Oh,
but
my
then he
God.
wanted to expose people as this passer. Now, here's my thing about the playoffs. Don't nobody give a fuck.
Yep.
Nobody.
As long as you
Nobody.
win.
It's all about
like,
winning.
long as you
It's
win,
all
yeah.
about
got
winning.
4 quarters to play your best football. We want backyard hood Lamar. Don't care what, man, do your thing, bro. So if you got to scramble and you got to save the game and be the hero, go be the hero. There ain't nobody going to care about it. What you did last week when you playing in the next game next week or in the Super Bowl. That's what I've been feeling like Lamar has been missing throughout his playoff run is it's too many people telling that boy how to be Lamar. Let Lamar
You know
be
how to be Lamar. Yeah.
We don't care about what he do. You can scramble, throw that bit out of bounds. Next play, you might take it 70. Like, we understand that. So we're not mad at you, but that's what I be saying about the mental aspect of the playoffs. Those mistakes are amplified because
Yeah.
they don't have shit else to talk about. It ain't 32 teams playing no more. It's 10 teams, 12 teams.
Yeah,
For sure.
We got
sure.
time to talk about them in every play today. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to just be Lamar. And if he does that, there's nobody fucking with him and Derrick Henry, bro. Nobody. Now, I don't even need to get into Bateman's hell of a year or Zay Flowers being a great
Bowl.
second-year man this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, bro, go be Lamar. Everybody else got you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm with you.
E, before we send it off, brother, outside of the obvious, the Detroit Lions and Vikings game, is there another match we should be keeping our eye on this weekend?
Oh, man. Man, I'm so locked into that. I don't even
Care
care.
about nothing else.
Yeah, no, for sure.
that's-
Like, if it
that's
ain't
really
Notre
good, man.
Dame or Georgia, Or
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can
you
talk
know what I'm
about
saying? Like we could get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's good football, but who else playing in the NFL right now besides Minnesota and Detroit? We don't care. It's the last game of the season. We know who in the playoffs. We don't care about it.
All right. Who you got tonight? Notre Dame, Georgia.
Notre Dame.
I do too.
Me too.
I got Notre Dame. Who you got?
Notre Dame. What you
Georgia.
I mean, Carson.
I respect it.
Carson Beck not there though.
No Carson Beck, but that don't
Carson
really mean much. My
Yeah.
thing with Notre Dame is they haven't broken strides since that loss. And
Yeah.
I don't think that this bye week, this is Notre Dame. Those kids ain't bye week don't phase those kids.
Notre Dame.
Let's be real. This is Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? So, I think honestly, they are the scariest team right now based off of momentum, because there's nobody that has hit a stride like Notre Dame.
Hell no. Ohio State, the scariest team. They
Yeah.
just beat the brakes off of
I ain't gonna
Oregon.
lie. I don't want to see Ohio
I
State. at all.
told y'all about the Oregon no loss shit though. I said that.
I was with you.
I said if the scariest team in the playoffs is the one that hasn't lost, because as soon as they go down 7 or 14, they don't know how to respond.
That's true.
It happens every year, bro. That playoff team that comes in there with the undefeated record, unless it's Alabama with Trent Richardson and Mark Ingram and them niggas.
They had a freak squad.
Yeah.
What?
That
Man,
squad was
there's
crazy.
nobody that's doing that. But the stride since that loss, statistically, who's been playing QB, running back, receiver, O-line, D-line, secondary, special teams for Notre Dame, they have been doing their shit. So
Yeah.
I'm all in for Notre Dame. I really said Boise was my dark horse, which I still think Boise played a really good game.
Yeah,
They
did.
just, those conferences need to mix in more and tougher opponents throughout their year.
Yes.
Like I feel like
Yes,
they need to pay money to play those bigger schools or whatever it is, or however that system works, to understand what that playoff's going to be like. Because
Got to.
SMU and all these teams that keep going in there with these good regular season records, and we're giving them hope because, damn, who else we going to put? Well, we left out Cam Ward and all his magic for SMU and
SMU,
all of this
yeah.
other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's
And
like,
you could have said Miami might have damn near beat Penn State.
man,
You
what?
give Cam Ward a chance. Boy, that boy bad.
That's all it is. You just didn't have a quarterback to play.
Cam
You
Ward
just
might be the
left
most
home, stayed home
exciting
today.
quarterback in college football since Lamar, with no running. That boy has an arm talent.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I can't wait to see him on the NFL level with real deal receivers, because his
sure.
arm talent is phenomenal.
For sure.
Yes, sir. But
E, appreciate you, my boss.
Sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, gang.
We'll see you on Monday, kid.
See you soon.
Hey, I'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah.
together.
You be here live.
Let's say it's
Yeah.
good.
I'm coming
That's
in
gonna be some
live.
shit.
Yeah, live
I'm
on Monday.
straight
That's gonna
from
be some
Detroit
shit.
to Dallas. I'm
Yeah,
in that
turn it
thing.
in. For sure. I'll see you
Okay.
then, my boy.
Yes, get out my seat. Whoever in my
Yeah.
seat, get out.
All right, dog.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
all right, though. But hey, that's a wrap, guys. First show of the year. We'll be back Monday.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.